Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone. Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone.
The official voice group.
Pierre Governor football on River 92.7 is brought to you by
Bank West, Wins Dakota Mark, Fisher Rounds and Associates, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, and the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Governor football is brought to you by
Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofer, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Frankie Gray Wealth Management, Vera Orthopedics, and Gateway for Drinking Food.
And Governor football is brought to you in part by
Milwaukee Federal Credit Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Alvin Lumber, Lariat Lanes, Wegner Auto, Bentley Chippeline Agency, and Birding Electric.
these special in-game sponsors bring you Governor football.
Becky Pottseva State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Weidman Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Hales Gas Service.
Now, here, Governor football.
And a very good Friday evening, everybody. Another night of high school football coming your way. Here, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7. Tonight, the Governors on the road for the first time in 3 weeks. We welcome you to Swisher Field in Aberdeen, the home of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, providing the opposition tonight. And the hospitality, too, as we're always grateful for. Welcome to our coverage of Governor football tonight. The Governors riding a 6-game win streak in here against Aberdeen Central, who comes in at 3-4, kind of an up-and-down season so far. They started 3-0, but on a 4-game losing streak now as Aberdeen Central, that after a loss at T-Area 42-20 last week. Governors coming in shootout win over the Watertown Arrows at Hollister Field last week, 52-42. So it should be a fun one coming in here tonight. See if the Governors can keep their roll going, although a little bit cooler this evening. Probably the coldest temperatures of the year for high school football by quite a margin, and there's also a bit of a cold northwest breeze here in the northeastern part of South Dakota rolling through Swisher Field as well. So that passing offense might be a little bit neutralized if you're the Governors, who might have to get some more balance coming up this evening. We'll see how it goes. And plenty to talk about coming up in the pregame show. The pregame brought to you by Becky Potts of a State Farm Insurance Agency. Should mention also, of course, we are live streaming with the help of Caleb Brozick and Live Ticket. And you'll see that through liveticket.tv, through gogovs.live, or, of course, through our website, drgnews.com, and the River 92.7 page. If you only have the phone and the DRG News app, you can get it there as well. Download the DRG News app and go to the River 92.7 page. See high school football in addition to hearing it here on River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame show in 2 minutes. We'll begin with a look around 11AA in Class 11AA in South Dakota. Of course, look at schedules of the big schools and Central South Dakota area teams that are in action today and tonight, and get you covered with what the coaches have to tell us with keys to success, starting lineups, and a whole lot more on senior night in Aberdeen. Right here is the Golden Eagles play host to the Pierre Governors. In 2 minutes, as we'll begin the Becky Potts of a State Farm pregame show, your official voice of the Governors, as the Govs are on the way. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $885. The team at Pottsabah State Farm in Pierre and Gregory are ready to help you combine home and auto and save. Call 224-4173 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on 2019 National Survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported saving by switching to State Farm.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Oakland, the voice of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7. You know, the men and women at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office know a great team when they see one. Long hours, hard work, determination. The Govs have it, and we're proud to support them. If you want to know more about our 361 team and how you can be a part of it, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff's tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office says, Go Govs!
Welcome back to Swisher Field, and welcome to our Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth, as a lot of great sporting events have been covered from up here, whether it's Northern State University football, and well, that won't happen anymore. They've got their own stadium, or whether it's Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles sports with visiting teams coming in and other things. I've even been up here for an ESD track meet several years ago. It's the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth on the west side of Swisher Field. The field kind of a long ways away, but a great view from here as well. Thanks to the Hughes County Sheriff's Office, the men and women, and for all first responders for doing what you do on a daily basis, and thanks for the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth. Let's start our pregame show by taking a look in Class 11AA around the state of South Dakota. After last week's action, of course, the Governors with a win over Watertown, Aberdeen Central losing at T-Area, their fourth straight loss, but T-Area with that win still unbeaten in their first year of 11AA. They're 7-0, and their power average about 43.143, ahead of the Governors, who are 42.429, and they're 6-1 mark. Brookings is 5-2. They're at 40.857. And the 3 seed, Watertown, still holding down the 4 spot after their loss against Pierre last week, 3-4, but 39.857, and they're ahead of Yankton, who has a winning record at 4-3, but Yankton is in the 5 spot, 39.714. Huron, a power point on average behind with a 2-5 mark. They would be the 6th seed. Aberdeen Central, who is 3-4, is the 7th seed right now, 38.571 ahead of Mitchell, who is 1-6 but a 38 flat power point average. Spearfish at 3-4, Sturgis 1-6, Douglas at 0-7. They're the 3 on the outside looking in at the what would be the 8-team quarterfinals of the playoffs, which would begin 2 weeks from last night. And if the playoffs were to begin tonight, number 8 Mitchell would go to T area. Aberdeen Central would go to Pierce. So this is a potential playoff matchup, which could happen in a couple of weeks, depending on how things play out. Huron would be the 6th seed going to Brookings. Yankton at 4-3, the 5 seed going to 3-4, Watertown. And again, lots to be decided here in the next week or two. Tonight, in addition to the Governors here in Aberdeen to take on the Golden Eagles, Yankton is playing at Brookings at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. Watertown hosting Mitchell. T area takes their unbeaten mark out west. They go to Spearfish tonight. And Huron is already underway at O'Gorman, trailing 13-0 in the first half, playing the 11 AAA team. Sturgis playing within the Black Hills Conference against St. Thomas More, and Douglas going to Belle Fourche among the other 11 AA teams. In addition to O'Gorman hosting Huron, 11 AAA action has Sioux Falls Jefferson playing at Harrisburg tonight. Sioux Falls Lincoln tangling with Roosevelt, and right now Roosevelt leading 21-0 about halfway through the second quarter. Bit of a surprise with that score so far. Harrisburg and Jefferson are starting the second quarter at 7-7, and an update on that O'Gorman-Huron game as the Knights lead the Tigers now 19-0 halfway through the second quarter. In Rapid City, Stevens is hosting Sioux Falls, Washington, and Rapid City Central playing host to Brandon Valley in back-to-back games tonight as well. Those are the big schools and their schedule of games. Also going on in Central South Dakota, KGFX AM, we had Sully Buttes at Potter County today. Potter County did win that game by the 50-point mercy rule, 50-0. Tonight, the second half of our KGFX doubleheader as the Stanley County Buffaloes playing their final regular season game hosting the Dupree Tigers at Ole Williamson Field. KPLO, it's Chamberlain at Lennox tonight at 94.5 FM. Last night, Star 99, Mobridge Pollock came here to Aberdeen to take on Aberdeen Roncalli. They actually played at the new Northern State Stadium in Aberdeen Roncalli. Rolled to a 43-14 win there. A couple of other games have Lyman at Jones County tonight. Kadoka area plays at White River in Central South Dakota. Among other area teams, Miller Highmore Herald's season, or their regular season, has come to an end. They are idle tonight. Those are some games of interest and of note. We should mention Phillip area also hosting Harriet Selby area in some Central South Dakota football action there. But that is what it looks like around South Dakota. Here tonight, the Governors trying to look for some run-pass balance, see if they can win their 7th straight game. This evening, Aberdeen Central trying to break a 4-game losing streak, coming in at 3-4 on the season. Take a 2-minute break. We'll start talking with the coaches. Coming up, Scott Svensson of the Golden Eagles a little bit later on, but we start with Steve Steele in our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success. They're next in 2 minutes as our Governor pregame from the Becky Pottsaba State Farm Insurance Agency continues. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Beck Motor Company is kicking off fall with up to $200 tire rebates along with 4 free oil changes. Enjoy $40 off a full detail on your vehicle. Nothing is missed with this hand wash and wax, carpets and seats, shampoo, and more. Take $15 off a light detail, starting as low as $75. Call us at 224-5912. Visit us online at beck-motors.com. Happy fall.
Every day, we're making a great deal better.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Hey DQ fans, we happily invite all of you to join us for Miracle Treat Day, the day when all of your favorite Blizzard flavors come with a much-needed dose of hope. October 28th, for every Blizzard sold, $1 or more will be donated to your local Children's Miracle Network hospital, making Miracle Treat Day the most satisfying way to give back. Visit your DQ on October 28th and bring hope to kids in your community.
There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governors sports online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all of the sponsors that help make sure that it's all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governors sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governors sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
Time for the keys with the head coach, Steve Steele, here as regular season starting to wind down. 6 straight wins, though. You get that win over Watertown last week on the home turf. And I don't know if I expected 94 points in that game. I'm guessing you didn't either, but sure was a fun one. And I guess coming out on top is the most important thing. But what a wild win against the Arrows last week.
Yeah, it's definitely the most important part that we ended up with more points than they did. But I think the other part that we were proud of is that different areas of the team had to excel. I think to this point our offense had more down days, and our defense did a great job picking us up. So it was good to know that the other side of the ball could carry it as well.
We did talk about a lot of offense in that game, but there were some great defensive plays. But is it a concern that you give up 42 points in a game like that?
Yeah, sometimes it obviously is a concern, but when you look at the way it happened, it was 2 incredible individual efforts with their quarterback and their wide receiver. Getting a chance to go back and watch film of it, we felt like we were in pretty good position, and they were just really, really outstanding plays. So, we've just got to continue to put ourselves in good position, and then, obviously try and do whatever we can to make that a little bit of a difference.
The funny thing is, too, in AA, we talk about parity all season long, but there's a lot of teams that you're playing and that you might be seeing again later on in the postseason, and tonight's opponent, Aberdeen Central, is one of them too.
Yeah, and it's one of those years where obviously adding 3 teams into the mix, there's going to be a lot of really good, interesting matchups, and I think matchup is the key word. I think everyone plays every different team a little differently, and I know a lot of people are wondering, we don't play T, how would that go? T doesn't play Yankton, how would that go? And it's so hard to score compare just because every team matches up with every other team a little bit differently, and so I just think that that's going to be a really interesting part as we close down this season and look at playoff matchups.
Yeah, that's why Watertown and Huron can play so closely, yet you blow out Huron, and yet you play closely with Watertown, and Watertown shuts out Aberdeen. What's going to happen tonight?
I don't know. It's going to be it'll be a fun game. And I said with Aberdeen, it's all about controlling their quarterback. He's an outstanding athlete. I think he was like a 10-8 in the 100 and a 22 or something in the 200. So he's got some absolute wheels. So we just can't let him accelerate. We've got to force him to stay contained and be forced to throw the football. And he's pretty good at throwing it, but a lot less dangerous when he's not running around and pulling people to him.
So when he's doing his damage, is he able to run through the holes, or does he have to get outside and turn the corner in order to pick up chunk yards?
I almost think his biggest success has been running through holes because he hits them so fast.
Right.
If you're putting I don't remember if he won it or got placed for sure in the 100-meter through there. It's really hard for people in their fills to take the correct angle because it happens so fast, and if you're off half a yard, he might be gone. So I think he's almost more dangerous through the hole than dancing around and getting outside.
Okay, so the Eagles have one guy you want to contain. What about the rest of the crew, especially on their offensive side?
They've got a receiver that's really good. I think he's been their number one target, and then their running back, they do a pretty good job of feeding him the ball, and getting him some different looks and kind of playing with some different angles for him to run the football. I don't know that he's super flashy or super fast or super anything, but he's super consistent. And you kind of know what you're going to get. He's a hard-nosed kid. He's hard to bring down with one guy, and he can definitely push the pile forward. So, we're going to have to find ways to limit him.
Gavin Stotts is out to injury now. How difficult will it be to be missing your starting middle linebacker if you have to plug these holes?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for him. Anytime you're going to be putting a sophomore into a first-time starting position, it's going to be a challenge. We're thankful that he's been starting on the offensive side, so hopefully the lights aren't super bright on him. But it's just going to be that next man up mentality, and we've kind of felt like a survivor slide puzzle the last couple of weeks of trying to move people around to get us in the best opportunity to win a football game.
Talking about Jed Zabel, you're putting in there, and there's no shortage of athleticism, at least when you put him in there.
Yeah, he looks the part. He's a big kid, and he moves deceptively fast. He's so big that when he takes those strides, he doesn't necessarily look like he's moving fast, but he's covering a lot of ground. And I think you've seen him even with the ball in his hands. He's a physical kid, so he'll definitely still be very physical at the middle line.
Yeah, he kind of won a battle running over somebody last week, which is kind of fun to watch. All right, so you're on offense, and their defense. What challenges will they give you?
Their defense, they're pretty similar in terms of their setup as we've seen the last couple of weeks. They kind of do a little different things with the coverages. So that's been the biggest challenge with us is teaching the kids the coverages, how to identify it, and then how to attack it. And then up front, they kind of do a couple different movements. They do some twists with their defensive line that are just different from what we've seen. So our linemen are going to have to do a good job communicating those and stepping together and working through all that. And then if our quarterback and our receivers can be on the same page in terms of coverage, I think we'll have some success.
All right. Other keys tonight against the Eagles?
No turnovers for us, and really no big plays for them. And we've got to get them off the field. This is kind of another one of those games where you can kind of see them. If they don't get a big play with their quarterback, trying to just slow down the game and chunk down the field. So if we can get a lead on them and get a negative play to put them back into a bad situation, that'll be what we need to do to get them off the field.
All right, Coach. Well, let's go get it done. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
There's Steve Steele, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, with Coach's comments and keys to success. And our broadcast brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care as we step aside and hear from those guys and gals. And we'll be back with the conversation with the Aberdeen Central head coach. Scott Svensson is next as keys to success continue in the Governor pregame.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marceau of Central Dakota Eye Care. Yearly comprehensive eye exams are key in detecting eye conditions before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 to schedule an appointment. New patients always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in today's game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, let's visit with Scott Svensson, the head coach of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles here, Coach. We take a look at what's going on here this evening. You got off to a good start this season, 3-0, but kind of hitting a rough patch here in the last several weeks, and not an easy one last week at T area, but still, I think, kind of a competitive game, but just a good indicator in a 42-20 loss how good T area is this year.
Yeah, I think, I think everybody that we've played in our schedule, has been well coached and kids play hard, and we're trying to be more consistent in our program and our approach and what we're trying to do, and our kids are still learning. We're trying to put in as much as we can as the season goes. They're learning a new system overall, and we're trying to get the basics of it down, and then we're trying to add on to it as we get, toward the end of the season here into the playoffs, and our kids are doing a good job of it. And, just sometimes we just have some fundamental mistakes in our execution and our understanding of what we're trying to do. But, the biggest thing for us these past 4 games is we've been banged up a little bit. We're starting to get healthy again. Turnovers have been killing us, and so we've got to eliminate some of those things so that we get more consistent play on the offense side of the ball, and just in the execution over all of our kids, just getting better every week as far as that. But we still got work to do. So
yeah, turnovers. I guess if you're turning the ball over, obviously your defense is probably on the field a lot more than you want it to be, huh?
Yep, there's no doubt about it. I felt like when we played T last week, we left 21 points for sure out there, and that we should have had on the board. And I felt like we had a great game plan against them. I felt like our kids executed really well. I think the light bulb turned on for a couple of our concepts that we're trying to employ on both sides of the ball. So I know our kids are continuing to grow weekly, and as long as we're growing, we're focused on ourselves and what we can do. We're just trying to peak at the right time of the year. So
yeah, and you got it doesn't get easier, obviously, with a good Pierre team coming in to your place. First time Pierre and Aberdeen have played in several years. What do you know about Pierre and the difficulties you'll face tonight?
Oh yeah, Pierre's. I mean, they're well coached. They've got Pierre's got a great tradition. They've had a pretty good run, and they've done a lot of good things. And so, we've got to go up against that, and we're trying to establish ourselves and trying to create our own culture and atmosphere. And Pierre's well ahead of that, and in that respect, like I said, their kids play hard. On film, you can see it. They execute their schemes on both sides of the ball really well. Their schemes, a little bit as far as offensively, a little unorthodox, and you have to adjust and get used to that. And I think as long as we can contain that quarterback, which no one really has done all year, that'll be a key for us to keep him from, running all over the place, making throws and doing this and doing that. Try to keep his play to a minimal. We got to try to do that if we have a chance to win the ball game tonight. So, offensively, obviously, Pierre's very explosive. Defensively, they're very sound in what they do. Their kids, they get after you really well. So, we're just trying to prepare and just try to get better every day for ourselves to go, for this opportunity to go against Pierre and, number 2 team in the state. I think it's a good opportunity for our kids to play at that level. And Pierre, like I said, obviously has done a great job all year, and we've got to play our very best to be in the ball game tonight.
Yeah, and I think biggest key to success has to be ball control and try to sustain drives and keep your offense on the field as much as possible tonight.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's one of our keys that we've talked about with our kids. What we have to do and to have a shot in this game tonight, we've got to be able to do that. But like I said, things in the offensive side of the ball, there are times where we have moved the ball well. We have done some really good things, and then there are times we've sputtered and turned it over and had a mistake here or a penalty there, and it costs us, especially when we get momentum in a ball game. So that's definitely one key that we have to carry away tonight. The quarterback, obviously, we got to keep him in check. Keeping the ball in our hands is another one, and then obviously special teams. We got to play really clean in special teams for us to have a shot against Pierre tonight. Those are my 3 keys for tonight.
Yeah, there you go. All 3 phases. So, Coach, looking forward to a good one here. Good luck tonight. Thanks for your time.
You bet. Thanks for everything you guys do for high school athletics. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Scott Svensson, the head coach of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Coach's comments, keys to success, are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. As, again, senior night festivities have completed, and they've already got a 12-minute countdown ready to go. So it looks like we're getting ready here in Aberdeen to go into starting lineup announcements, and of course that great marching band is getting ready to do the national anthem here as well. So our Becky Pottsova State Farm pregame show continues. We'll just do starting lineups here, meeting the Governors very quickly, as Lincoln Keenholz, the junior quarterback, will lead the way. Trey Lewis, who ran so well against Watertown, and the sophomore, gets the start tonight as the tailback with a 3 wide receiver set. Sophomore Cade Kaiser, the junior Jack Merkwan, the leading touchdown receiver in Class 11 AA in South Dakota. Matthew Hansen, the senior, as well. In the offensive line with Matthew Coverdale in the middle, the sophomore Kyle Albertson and Gary Nedved, seniors, and also junior Christian Bush and senior Jaden Floor on the offensive line, along with Jet Zabel, the sophomore, in the tight end spot. On the defensive side of the football, Hayden Espy, the senior, will play in the middle of the nose tackle. Jaden Floor, one defensive tackle. Emmett Anderson, the sophomore, had a great game and has had a great couple of games of late, and Emmett Anderson has played himself into a starting role tonight. The sophomore gets the call at defensive tackle here for the Governors. 5 linebackers, including the guy in the middle, Jet Zabel, the sophomore, who is taking the place of Gavin Stotts, who is banged up tonight and will not play. Along with that, Chase Sarda and Josh Strand, a junior and a senior on the outside, along with Deegan Huska, the junior, and senior Austin Foley, maybe the leader of that bunch in there at the linebacking spots. Jaden Weeby, the junior, is in at a cornerback, that is, the junior Jacob Mayer, and of course, junior Lincoln Keenholz are the free safeties for the Governors. And head coach Steve Steele, assisted by Sean Lewis, Matt Thorson, Nathan Nuz, Scott Nye, Brody Gilbertson, and Adam Spohr. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we'll give you the Golden Eagles when we return with more of the Pierre Governor pregame.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com and use their mobile app Waste Connect, or check their website, or even get a robocall for collection schedule changes due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Envirotech starting lineups go like this for the home team tonight, the Golden Eagles of Aberdeen Central High School, and the one to watch is their quarterback. Coach Steve Steele says he's one of the best athletes in the state. It's Sam Rolfs, a 190-pound senior. Fullback behind him is a sophomore, Austin Erickson, along with junior Carson Sarda as the tailback. 2 wideouts and a good one, and Jacob Merksbauer, a senior, and Drew Salfrank, also a junior, for the Golden Eagles. On the offensive line, anchoring in the middle, Chandon Neiman is a senior. Landon Merkel is senior at one guard, along with Jacob Krenz, the junior. Tackles are sophomore Samson Flackus and senior Brady Rohrbach. The senior tight end is Alec Vogely. It's a small, relatively small, offensive line. Krenz at 240 at one of the guards is the biggest, but they're going 205, 200, 215, 220 across that front line as well. So somewhat comparative to what the Governors have on their defensive side of the football. Defensively, meanwhile, for the Golden Eagles, nobody goes both ways in starting lineups. You got a junior in Casey Vining as a nose tackle. Junior Brian Johnson is a big defensive tackle at 260, but the defensive ends both sub 200. Juniors Montana Parmalee and Chandler Gardner. 3 linebackers set will include a senior Jacob Waltman, as well as senior Ashton Lendling, and then a junior Tayden Brownson in the middle. And cornerbacks are Aiden Hyman, a junior, and also Cole Arts, another junior. Safeties are Parker Bauer and Colin Huff, both seniors for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. And their head coach, Scott Svensson. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. The other starting lineup is the naming of tonight's game officials tonight. The guys in stripes are the law on the field, and they're sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. That Mitchell crew we've seen before. Referee is Andy Deinert. Umpire Scott Sonny. Kevin Deinert is the line judge. The linesman is Joe Schroeder. And the back judge is Jordan Gow. And thanks to those guys for doing what is often a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Andy Deinert, Scott Sonny, Kevin Deinert, Joe Schroeder, Jordan Gow. Tonight's Law on the Field, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more Kickoff coming up on River 92.7.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Reinke Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit ReinkeGray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Reinke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
No two breasts are the same. They're different sizes, different density, and they change over time. Sometimes they develop breast cancer. If you notice changes in your breast, call your provider to schedule a mammogram. Starting at age 40, put getting a mammogram with the Vera Breast Center on your yearly to-do list. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Push it, pull it, drag it, haul it, tow it. Just get your trade to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. Right now, your trade is worth at least $2,500. If it's got a VIN number and on 4 wheels, we'll give you $2,500 for it when you trade it in at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. Don't wait. This special won't last long. Get $2,500 when you trade yours in at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayfordtoyota.com. Minute one, $2,500 trade per deal. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Comtech has your technology solution. Check out their showroom in Pierre, located conveniently behind Walmart, and see what you have been missing. There's a large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunications systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. They wish the Pierre Governors best of luck at Comtech. Come see what you have been missing.
Welcome back to Swisher Field in Aberdeen, South Dakota. You just heard from Comtech. Comtech will sponsor the opening kick of tonight's game. The opening kick will be put in play by the Golden Eagles and received by the Governors. Aberdeen Central is in black and gold tonight with the royal blue helmets and the gold trim. The Governors in road white tonight for the first time in 3 weeks. Green numbers, green helmets, but white jerseys and white pants. And they'll probably stay pretty clean on this field turf here at Swisher Field. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team, and they remind us all to buckle up. Every trip, every time. That's the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, and we're driven by the Office of Highway Safety, who also says stop speeding before it stops you. Obey posted speed limits from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 KGFX FM in Pierre. We're a member of DRG Media Group, and we are live streaming with the help of Live Ticket through our website, drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page, and also the DRG News app, downloadable for your iPhone and Androids, sponsored by the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule. With Caleb Brozick on camera, with Heather Williams in studio. I'm Brian Oakland. Welcome aboard. It's football Friday night here as the Governors take on Aberdeen Central. Both teams are getting their final instructions from the coaches. We're apparently not quite ready for kickoff yet, as both teams are still on the sidelines. It's going to be a cold one, though. You've got an open area here that Swisher Field lies on, right near Aberdeen Central High School in the southeast corner of town. And again, there's really not anything that stops the breeze, and it has been breezy out of the northeast today. Temperatures were in the 50s when we got here, but right now at game time, we'll kind of take a look, and it's 46 degrees here in Aberdeen. And the wind chill, yes, there is wind chill. Actually says 42, but National Weather Service website says that northwest winds have calmed down to about 7 miles an hour. The flags across the way and the visitor grandstand don't really indicate that it's only 7 miles an hour. I believe that when the Governors in particular and their passing offense are moving from south to north, they may be throwing into the teeth of a little bit cooler wind than what they would like to deal with. Looking at Pierre in their huddle out there, you see a lot of guys just trying to move around and get loosened up a little bit already. So, again, not really sure what the delay is here. It seems like we could be getting going, but as of now, we still await the start of this one. Looking at the officials, I see 1, 2, 3. Maybe they were waiting for an official or two, but got one across the way. Aberdeen Pep Band will continue to keep everybody entertained. There are very few pep bands as good as this one. We always like coming up here to Aberdeen and hearing what they have to offer. Once again, other football going on DRG Media Group station. Stanley County is playing host to the Dupree Tigers. That was a game that got added to their schedule earlier this season when Dupree maybe lost a game because of another opponent that didn't play this season. I'm guessing Edgemont, who decided to forego their football season, so Dupree was able to pick that game up with Stanley County. The Buffaloes should be favored in that one. That's on KGFX. This afternoon, Potter County defeated Sully Buttes in a 2 o'clock kickoff, 50-0 with a mercy rule there. You may have heard that one on KGFX AM as well. Chamberlain is at Lennox on KPLO. Other action has Lyman at Jones County, Kadoka at White River, and Phillip hosting Harriet Selby area in central South Dakota. Other DRG Media Group stations in Mobridge, Star 99 had Mobridge Pollock falling at Aberdeen Roncalli last night 43-14. And on KMLO, I believe there may be a game. I think it's North Central and Ipswich doing battle in Ipswich tonight. Our Comtech kickoff is up and ready, and here we go. From left to right, taken at the 7-yard line by Jaden Wiebe of the Governors. He'll go far side. In fact, that's Trey Lewis, who is looking to get some things going. 30, stutter stepping outside again to the 35, and taken down out near the Governor bench. And a good start and a good patient run back here for Trey Lewis. As Pierre will start 1st and 10. That's a 10-second return there, and you don't see people staying on their feet very often as Trey Lewis did just now. So from the 36-yard line, Pierre will move from right to left, and again, they'll start the game going south to north into this cold breeze. Lincoln Keenholz in that passing offense, starting with one wide right, 2 to the left, and Trey Lewis in the backfield, but Keenholz, as usual, wants to throw. Right away, over the middle, has his man. It's Matthew Hansen at the line to gain. He spins out of a tackle, will gain to the 50 and into Aberdeen Central territory, and to be taken down on the far side at the 48. So tough to bring down in this case. Matthew Hansen with a first down pickup, 15 yards, as they'll spot him to the 49. So a good start for Keenholz, and Lincoln's got the arm to cut right through any kind of breeze. We saw that a few weeks ago. The last road game the Governors played was down at Yankton, and it was a little breezy that night, but Yankton's got trees to block the field. Here's Lewis on his first carry, and Trey's got a first down gain right side to the 40 to the 35, and they'll move the chains for the second time here all the way to the 33, a gain of 16 for Trey Lewis on his first carry of the night. The Governors have been searching for a ground game all season, and then they found it all of a sudden last week. Jaden Wiebe had a good start to that game, but Lewis was very good all throughout. Brock Mosier, by the way, is still injured and out and will not play. Now stepping up in the pocket, Lincoln Keenholz wanted to throw. He wanted to go right side as he had a couple of receivers down that way, but he'll get a positive gain up the middle of the field inside the 30-yard line as they'll spot at about the 28, so a pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Pierre. First rushing attempt for Keenholz tonight. So the Governors, as Keenholz will be in the empty backfield, send 3 wide to the near side. Ball's right in the middle of the field. There is one man far to the right. Keenholz straight ahead, up the middle, and he'll have a first down inside the 25 to the 20, taken down to the 19-yard line. And the Governors looking very good so far here in the opening drive of the game. A 9-yard pickup and a first down for the Govs. And quarterback Lincoln Keenholz with 14 yards on his first 2 carries of the night. 10:15 to go, first quarter. No score as of yet. With Pierce starting to threaten now into the red zone. From the near hash mark, Keenholz still alone in the backfield. Rolling right, has a man wide open over the middle, down to get it as Cade Kaiser, and he'll grab it inside the 10-yard line, close to a first down. It looks like the chain gang is being summoned to move once again. Kaiser came over the middle, nobody around him, and Lincoln able to deliver, but a little bit of a low throw as Keenholz delivered on the run. But a pickup of 10 yards. Keenholz to Kaiser, it's 1st and goal to go for Pierre. Play action, Keenholz rolls out, has a man wide open out there. It'll be a touchdown for the Governors. And it's Jet Zabel, the tight end, with his first grab of the night, a 9-yard score. Lincoln Keenholz to Zabel. And just like that, in 6 plays, the Governors march 64 yards to the house. They'll take a 6-0 lead. And Cole Peterson will come in and, well, actually it's Keenholz who's going to do the kicking here. Cole, injured tonight? That's what I like about having the team camera guys next to me. Keenholz tries a kick, but this will be a little bit short, and the Governors may think twice about their kicking game for much of the rest of this evening. But a good start for Pierre offensively. They'll take a 6-0 lead into the kickoff here when we return in 30 seconds. 9:45 to go first quarter. Governors on top of Aberdeen Central here in Aberdeen. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Football.
Smart grocery shopping takes
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Tackle with a little bit of a leap and moving up the near hash mark. Pretty good return for Avery Lagan, who is a 140-pound sophomore. And Aberdeen will start in their first offensive possession, trailing 6-0. We'll see if they can get a counter. Aberdeen Central started off outstanding on the season. They won their first 3 ball games of the year, but they've lost 4 in a row. A couple of surprises. They were beaten by Huron here, 21-14 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they got shut out by that Watertown Arrow team that we saw a week ago. The Governors come with a blitz against Sam Rolfs right away. Rolfs has to tuck and run to the far side of the field, and he may get back to the line of scrimmage. Or, in this case, he may lose a yard. So the Governors come out with a sack right away. And Aberdeen Central will have it 2nd and 11 from the 37-yard line after a pretty good return by Avery Lagan. And again, the Governors leading 6-0. Play going out of bounds, 9:31 to go in the second quarter. Sam Rolfs, keep an eye on him, very fast. He wants to throw. He's got a man, but he misfires his intended receiver. Number 13 is tight end Alec Vogely. As Rolfs throwing to the right side. Coverage was there, but the pass thrown behind Vogely. And it'll be 3rd down and 11. So the Governors so far, don't know if Aberdeen Central gets a blitz on the first play from scrimmage all the time, but maybe they've got Rolfs thinking a little bit something different. Now, out of the huddle, the ball on the far hash mark as the Golden Eagles move with the wind from left to right, from north to south. Rolfs out of the shotgun. Here come the Governors. He gets rid of it and a go route down the left side, but overthrown by 5 steps, or 5 yards rather, is his intended receiver, and that is Mason Huff. third wide receiver for Aberdeen Central. So a 3-and-out pitched by the Governor defense here, and the Golden Eagles will have to kick it away. Dawson Hayline is the punter. He's a senior at 160 pounds. Governors will send 2 back deep, Lewis and Wiebe. They stand at their 30-yard line. 9:21 to go. Long kick snap. And Hayline kicks it away inside the Pier 40 and takes a big bounce and a great roll all the way down inside the 25. It'll come to rest at the 20-yard line, and Aberdeen Central couldn't have gotten anything more, I don't think, than what they got there. A 43-yard punt with a generous bounce from Dawson Hayline. And the Governors, who lead 6-0, will set up shop at their own 20-yard line. 9:09 to go here in Aberdeen. Governors on top 6-0 after a Keenholz to Zabel 9-yard touchdown pass on the opening drive. Stanley County has an 8-0 start in their game at Ole Williamson Field as they lead the Dupree Tigers. Keenholz ready to go, 1st and 10, steps up, looking, waiting, and the pass almost picked off, but then broken up by the Governor receiver, Matthew Hansen, doing a good job catching up. Keenholz went 3 for 3 on the opening drive of the game. Misses for the first time with his Governor receivers. My first time doing a ball game here. Quite a ways away from the field. I've got to put binoculars out, and we'll use those from time to time throughout the evening. Near hash mark here are the Governors. 2nd and 10. Keenholz back to throw, looks left, has to roll right now, and he'll throw on the run. Merkwan has it at the 50-yard line, in stride, 40 to the 30, stumbled momentarily, now stops at the 20, cuts back, has the 15, looking for the 10, still on his feet, to the 5, and a touchdown for Jack Merkwan. Merkwan with a nose for the end zone. Made a good stop at the 20-yard line, cut back against 2 Golden Eagle defenders, and somehow able to stay on his feet all the way. The 6'3 wide receiver with the long strides. It's an 80-yard touchdown pass from Lincoln Keenholz to Jack Merkwan. Those two have been hooking up for long bombs all season long, and they just got another one. The longest play from scrimmage this season for the Governors. Keenholz will try another PAT. First one was blocked. Second one also blocked, as busting through for the Golden Eagles is Casey Vining. So Pierre will settle for 6 for the second time tonight. But with 8:44 left to go first quarter, Pierre 2 for 2 and an 80-yard touchdown. The Governors lead Aberdeen Central 12-0. We'll take a 30-second break. They'll kick when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
This Governor Sports Moment.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Back in Aberdeen, you asked opposing head coaches what your keys to success are, and just like Scott Svensson said, well, containing the quarterback is of paramount importance. And the Golden Eagles, they flushed out Lincoln Keenholz, but they couldn't contain him. He throws on the run and hits Jack Merkwan at the 50-yard line on a 30-yard route. Merkwan ran it the rest of the way for 80 yards. The Governors are 0 for 2 in PATs without Cole Peterson, though. And Aberdeen Central returning the kick here. Another good return. Matthias Pribble is a foreign exchange student who is in at to do the kickoff duties. He's a 175-pound senior. And he's kicked a couple end-over-enders to the 10-yard line, but Lagan with another good return here. And Aberdeen Central has it at the 41. So they trail 12-0 now. Aberdeen going to have to respond here as best they can. As the Governor offense, cold and windy or not, so far so good. Sam Rolfe's under center for the first time. He'll pitch back. It's a sweep to the right side. We'll have a flag thrown, but a pretty good run for the running back, Carson Sarda, in his first carry of the night, but I don't think it'll count. We've got a flag thrown by the sideline official apparently seeing somebody trying to seal off the edge. Pribble shows, or rather Sarda, showing some pretty good ability in running the football, but a holding penalty will send it back. First down was gained to the Pierre 49 and beyond, maybe to the Governor 45-yard line, but a 14-yard gain marked off, and it'll be back to the 29. First down and 20 for the Eagles. Back first and 22 as the holding penalty occurred a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, Rolfs to throw. Got a good arm, but he just hasn't been able to connect as of yet. Looking to the left side. Might have been Vogely, the tight end, once again. Incomplete, and it'll be second and long. 0 for 3 so far for Sam Rolfs. Throwing the football. Hayden Espy just came out for the Governors. In a glance, it looked like he might have been favoring his right arm or shoulder or something. Hopefully that's a non-issue. Now Rolfs has to tuck and run. Josh Strand giving chase. Rolfs with a long throw into the Pierre side of the field, but unable to connect here. Jacob Merksbauer is number one receiver. Couldn't quite get it here on the near side. Merksbauer, great effort. And you see the arm of Sam Rolfs. Got a lot of power in that one. The Governors pretty good in coverage, and it'll be third down and 22 here. Aberdeen Central 3 and out on their first possession. A first down gain on the ground on their first play of the second possession, wiped away because of a holding penalty, and now third and long. With 8:05 to go here, first quarter, Govs on top 12-0. Shotgun snap, Rolfs straight back to pass and sidearms one, looking for Vogely over the middle to the right side, and he just threw that one right through his hands. And again, I think Rolfs just missing on the touch of the throws that he's trying to deliver. He's 0 for 5, and Aberdeen Central with another 3 and out, going to have to punt again. So Hayline will step up ahead of his 15-yard line. This is a good kick here, taken by Jaden Wiebe on a fair catch at the 37-yard line of the Governors. Good hang time and no return as Dawson Hayline does his job. The Governors leading 12-0 with 7:53 to go. Let's take a 30-second break on the change of possession. We'll see what they can do on possession number 3. You're listening to Governor Football.
The corner station can be... The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both
all we've got. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com. Member FDIC.
Governors start on 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line, trying to go between right guard and right tackle or somewhere in that general area. Trey Lewis on the ground. Cuts back against the grain, but only a yard this time. And it'll be second down and 9. Welcome back to Swisher Field. Brian Oakland play-by-play. Good start for Pierre. 2 touchdown passes, 1 short, 1 long, 80 yards. Keenholz to Merkwan. Keenholz on second down will scramble here. And he'll get into the secondary and a first down pickup, bouncing out to the far side of the field, across the 50 into the Golden Eagle 48-yard line where he'll run it out of bounds. Another gain here. Double digits on the ground for Keenholz, 14 yards this time. And the Governors with a fresh set of downs. Didn't really talk about the weather with Coach Steele too much, but at least not on the air. But certainly the coldest night of the year, he said, finally starting to feel like football weather. Keenholz, quick hitter this time, has Lewis in the slot left side, but Trey can't get away. from first contact, and Jacob Waltman, a 170-pound senior, comes up to make the stop. This will be a loss on the pass play for the Govs, back to their own side of the 50 at the 49. Loss of 3. First catch of the night for Lewis. Keenholz now 5 out of 6, but even with that loss on the play, still has 111 yards picked up. Of course, 80 of them on that one touchdown pass. 6:35 to go. Another quick throw, far side. Merkwan has it, as he'll try to cut upfield, but 2 or 3 Golden Eagles will gang up on him, led by Parker Bauer, the defensive back. And Merkwan gets only back to the line of scrimmage. That'll cut his average in half. 3rd and 13. Now he's averaging 40 yards per reception. 3rd and 13, as mentioned here. Ball on the far hash mark as they move from right to left. Keenholz wants to throw long. Merkwan with a double move, but that might have hindered his chances of running under this throw by Keenholz, as he'll be overthrown. And now the Governor punting unit will need to come on for the first time. Keenholz unloaded just as Jack Merkwan was cutting inside, and then he tried to cut back to the outside. But that play just needed a little bit more time. Keenholz may be throwing a little too early. Keenholz has been doing the kicking tonight, but he'll get the more customary punting duties here. Steps into one. Backs up the Aberdeen defender back to the 15-yard line. Ball is muffed. And the officials will sort things out. I think Aberdeen Central may have fallen back on it, but there is a Governor still down there battling for the ball, and it's Pierre football. Spencer Eastland comes up with the loose football as the punt returner for Aberdeen Central, who I believe is, either Lagan or Colin Huff, muffed it. So that'll be a turnover for the Golden Eagles, and the Governors have it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Starting at the 17-yard line, Lincoln wants to throw right away. Steps away from one defender, not the next one. He's down for loss. And we've got an injured Governor on the field as well. Keenholz taken down back at about the 25-yard line. One of the offensive linemen slow to get up here for Pierre. And Casey Michelson making the trip will come out and check on, I believe, 71, 74. And that is Christian Bush, the 260-pound offensive lineman. So, working with his right leg, we've got an injury timeout. Timeouts in our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Let's take a quick 30. Hopefully Christian will be back up on his feet in no time. Governors lead 12-0. It'll be second.
Located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the quarter station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The quarter station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the quarter station and the crossing.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
By Aberdeen. Pierre down there with a Spencer Eastland recovery. 2nd and long here, but a drive that started in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down and about 17. From the 25-yard line, Keenholz in the pistol with Trey Lewis behind him. 3 receivers to the right. Keenholz drops the snap, gets hit, picks up the loose football. He's back to the 40-yard line, slips a tackle, throws near side, man wide open, touchdown! And the Governors bail themselves out on a play that shouldn't have happened if you're Aberdeen Central. Merkwan breaks free in the end zone. Keenholz always seems to know where Jack Merkwan is. This is a 25-yard touchdown pass thrown basically from the 40-yard line by Lincoln Keenholz to Merkwan. Second time they hook up. The Governors lead 18-0. That snap was there, but Keenholz dropped it. Looked like he tried to one-hand it with his left hand. He dropped it. He got hit, but then the ball bounces right back up to him as he spun away from the hit. Now a low snap here as they go for two. Trey Lewis will pick it up, but he's got 10 yards to try to pick up. That's not going to happen. Aberdeen's defense is very quick when things are happening right there around the line of scrimmage. The Governors are 0 for 3 in conversions, but they still lead 18-0 with 5:22 to go. Quarter number 1. We'll take another 30-second timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email Scott at LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Well, the Governors are now essentially 3 for 3 in possessions, although they did have to punt. They did punt, and Aberdeen Central muffed the punt. And the Governors get down there, recover at the 18-yard line after a 7-yard loss and a quarterback sack. Lincoln Keenholz makes something out of nothing. A broken play that turns into a 25-yard touchdown pass from Keenholz to Merkwan. Jack Merkwan now, I believe, with 14 receiving touchdowns, far and away the leader in Class 11 AA in South Dakota. Matthias Pribble will kick a squibber that gets by the first 2 lines of defense, and then Aberdeen Central, their return game in a bit of shambles, is inside the 20-yard line. The ball will be downed at the 16. Return man back there, I don't believe. Lagan, I think he wanted to get up and run, but his knee happened to be on the ground when he stopped that football from rolling. So another effective kick this time here for Pribble. And again, the kicking game is taking on different shape for the Governors without Cole Peterson, who is out due to injury, suffered in practice this past week. Sam Rolfs under center. The Eagles will try to go to the ground. They'll give it to Carson Sarda, but straight up the gut, and the Govs will push him back for a loss of a yard to the 15. Not much going right so far here for the home team. That essentially the first rushing attempt that'll count for Aberdeen Central. They're 3 and out 2 times over. They did have one nice rushing play in their previous possession, but that was wiped away by a holding penalty. And the Eagles with negative yardage so far, all told. Pitch out this time. Sarda trying to turn the corner. Got a stiff arm. Now he gets up ahead of the 15. He'll be run out of bounds by Deegan Huska. Maybe a 3-yard gain here to the 18. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So, from there, still in their own red zone. You may have to see Rolfs try to throw the football again. 4:37 to go here in the first quarter. Govs on top 18-0. 3 passing touchdowns by Lincoln Keenholz. And again, most of that into the breeze. And I will say the breeze has died down. When we drove up here, it was quite windy. It's just a cool night now here in Aberdeen Central. Rolfs has to tuck and run. Gets away. This guy is fast. Has the 20 up to the 30-yard line, out of bounds. And that is the beauty of speed. Sam Rolfs able to get away from the rush and avoid another punting situation. He'll be able to get the first down picked up at the 29-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup and the first down of the night for Aberdeen Central. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. Aberdeen started with the season with wins over Douglas, but also impressive wins over Yankton and Mitchell before dropping their last 4. 42-20 last week at number 1 T area. Fullback with a give, I believe, this time. That's Austin Erickson. Nope, that was the running back Sarda once again, the tailback up ahead of the 30 to the 34-yard line. He'll get 5. Got a good push from his offensive linemen, both leading the way, and as he got stood up, they gave him a little extra push from behind as well. Far hash mark. Moving from left to right, Rolfs with a quick throw, left side, and the pass is caught up ahead of the 40-yard line and taken down at the 44. Trying to see who these receivers are. I need a spotter up here. I think that's what I need. Jacob Merksbauer, the leading receiver. I don't believe that was him. That's Drew Southfrank, in fact, who gets this one up ahead of the 44, or up the 40 to the 44. That's a 10-yard gain. And the first pass completed by Sam Rolfs. Looking for another one, rolling, now throwing long to the near side, has some separation and through the hands of the intended receiver all the way down to the 10-yard line. This is, I think I saw 23, which would be AJ, it's 13. That's Vogely, the tight end. That one went right through his hands, but there again, the impressive arm of Sam Rolfs. Unfortunately, is 1 out of 7. In this case, second down at the 44-yard line of Aberdeen Central. 3:14 to play in the first quarter. 18-0 Govs. Another one of those nights with incomplete passes and scoring plays. Got several play stoppages. Here's a good block to spring the ball carrier, Carson Sarda, but another flag will be thrown back at the 44-yard line. Sarda, for now, a 6-yard gain up to midfield at the 50. But Andy Deinert says holding or a block in the back. I think that good block, in fact, that was able to spring him for 6 yards was the block in the back. So back to the 34, it'll go. Another 10-yard penalty here. And another negative for Aberdeen Central. The thing about this field turf, the lights are shining down right on it, but it does offer a bit of a glare and sometimes a little difficulty in seeing who's got the football and what's going on in some cases. Aberdeen Central needs a timeout. They'll take their first charge timeout here in the first half. Let's make it 18-0, 2:55 to go. We're still in the first quarter in a 60-second Coca-Cola timeout here in our Governor broadcast. This is Pierre Governor Football.
BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and
Back at Swisher Field, first time out called by the Golden Eagles. It's been all Governors so far, but things are a little different than normal with some injuries that Pierre is dealing with. Of course, a lot of teams dealing with injuries at this time of the season. Zabel coming up the middle as Rolfs unloads. He has his man out on the left side. And Drew Southfrank hauls it in, moves up ahead of the 35, up the far hash mark to the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 yards back, and again, that's the first play off of a 10-yard block in the back penalty. Southfrank with a couple of receptions now. but still third and double digits for the Golden Eagles. They're trying to get to the 46 of the Governors, but still resting at the 38 on their own side of the field. 3rd and 14 here. At least for the Eagles, a couple of slant passes that Rolfs has been able to hit his receivers on. Back to throw again on 3rd and long. He'll throw kind of a flip of the football, and it was Lincoln Keenholz who almost covers it up or almost picks it off at the Pierre 32-yard line, but he had to dive for it, wasn't able to haul it in. Not a great throwing motion there for Sam Rolfs, and now Aberdeen Central, after a little promise, thanks to a holding penalty, has to punt it away once again. That was an 8-play drive that started at their own 16-yard line. It's a high snap. Hayline steps up, and this is a short punt. It'll bounce at the 49 into Pierre territory through the 45, down rolling to the 42. But this one only going to go for about 26 yards, and the Governors will have it in good shape. From their own 41-yard line, we'll be back 30 seconds with a play with the change of possession. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
At LegacyHC.com or Indeed. Avantera Pierre is an equal opportunity employer.
Back in Aberdeen, the Governors back on offense as Trey Lewis will get the call straight up the middle from the near hash mark, and just another yard gained to set up 2nd and 9 for the Governors. Pierre has had a couple of flashes on the ground, but big chunk plays, or what Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin might call splash plays. A couple of long touchdown passes. They lead 18-0. Another fumbled snap. Keenholz picks it up on a hop, but he will be taken down for a loss back at the 40-yard line. This will be a loss of 2 for Pierce. Again, you talk about the elements. The cold is going to make that ball a little slipperier. Certainly not necessarily wet, but just a cold night that makes the ball a little tougher to handle. It's one thing we talk about with the zip on the throws of Sam Rolfs. Some of those that we're seeing, perhaps a little more difficult to haul in with just the hands if you're an Aberdeen receiver. In this case, tough to haul in a shotgun snap. Keenholz has this one, 3rd and a dozen. He'll dump it off to Merkwan, throwing against his body, and Merkwan has it past the 50-yard line into Aberdeen Central territory. They're going to spot him out of bounds at the 47, and a first down pickup from Keenholz to Merkwan. Quick math here, 14 yards this time. Those two hooked up for touchdowns of 80 and 25 yards. This is the 4th catch for Jack Merkwan so far tonight. And a first down gained by the Governors. 4 catches and 119 yards so far for Merkwan. He'll get another one out far side. Wide receiver screen as he'll race to the line to gain. Looks like he might have a first down or at least be close to it. Just a quick throw from Keenholz from the near side all the way to the far edge of the field. This time, though, blocking is good, and Merkwan looks like he'll have a first down to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 10 more. Keenholz throwing the football well so far, just a couple of incompletions in 11 tries. 160 yards already unofficially. Keenholz, short snap. Looking left, comes back to the right side. Tight end Jet Zabel with the grab. Short gain inside the 35. He'll be wrestled down. Pushed back and out of bounds at about the 33. That'll be a addition of 4 on this one. And the second catch by Jet Zabel tonight. That'll be the final play of the first quarter, though, and a busy first quarter offensively for the Pierre Governors. We're on the Gales Gas scoreboard. The Governors lead 18-0 here over Aberdeen Central in Aberdeen. We'll take a timeout. The scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 60 seconds, quarter number 2 coming up as you listen to Pierre Governor Football on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Aberdeen. We'll go to the second quarter. Governors on top. Here, Governor Football on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com is brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing partners, including All Around Graphics, American Bank and Trust, Delta Dental, Kelly's Retirement Home, Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, First Dakota National Bank, by Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Capital City Campus, Comtech, Maher Law Office, and by Midco. Governors with touchdown passes of 9 yards on the opening possession from Lincoln Keenholz to Jet Zabel. And then an 80-yarder from Keenholz on a rollout, throwing a long way to Jack Merkwan. Merkwan with a 50-yard catch and run after catching it, but all told, an 80-yard play that put the Govs up 12-0. And then after a muffed punt, the Governors tack on a third score from Keenholz to Merkwan. That one on a broken play as well. And but the Governors again are 0 for 3 in conversions. Keenholz 0 for 2 in PATs. Govs trying to kick without Cole Peterson, the normal place kicker tonight. And they tried to run a 2-point conversion on that third attempt, but a fumbled snap broke that play up as well. Should also mention Governor Football from your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, who include Bank West, Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, and the Dairy Queen, helping us to bring you Pierre Governor Football. Here we go to the second quarter. Pierre turning around from now left to right is the direction of travel. Governors in road white with the green numbers and trim and helmets as well. Keenholz on second down and 6. Throwing over the middle. The floater looking, has a man, but good catch-up speed by the Eagles. As it looks like Lewis, the intended receiver, but Aberdeen Central caught up to that one and able to break it up. So a great play defensively for the Eagles. Just what they need. Keenholz throwing 13 times already. So back to the 33-yard line, third down. Coming up with the second play here in the second quarter. Aberdeen flinched a little bit but didn't get into the neutral zone. Keenholz checks the wristband, maybe changing the play. He's by himself in the backfield. He'll start on a straight keeper left side, and Keenholz to the 30-yard line is wrapped up. Pretty good play here by the Golden Eagle defense. And that might be Merrick Bogart, a 205-pound senior defensive lineman who just met him at the 28-yard line. 5-yard gain for Keenholz, but the Governors will have it 4th and 2, and certainly without a kicking game, this is no doubt about it. 4-down territory. Keenholz has Lewis in the backfield. They'll play action to him. He'll roll to the right. Pass is caught. Zabel, first down, 25-20. Near side to the 10. Runs over a man again. Jet Zabel does it again. Touchdown. He did it last week, and he does it tonight as well. Cole Arts, the last line of defense. Jet Zabel gets the better of that collision and runs the rest of the 5 yards in for a 28-yard touchdown pass. Keenholz on 4th and 2, able to hook up with Zabel. Zabel doing other things, including playing linebacker. Now the Governors will try with Matthias Pribble, who's been doing the kicking off. Keenholz will hold. Pribble with the kick up, and it looks good. It is good. The Governors have found something new in the kicking game. With 11:10 to play, Pierre on top now 25-0. 4 scores on the board, 1 for 4 in conversions. But they'll kick off in 30 seconds as you listen to Pierre Governor Football on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Whether you're looking to refinance or finance new auto loan, Owyhee Federal Credit Union has some of the lowest rates in town. Rates as low as 2.55% APR. You have no reason not to check us out. It's easy. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955.
People helping people. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Whether you're looking
Well, the Governors with a bit of a sustained drive here. 8 plays, 59 yards, covering 242. It started at the tail end of the first quarter and finishes here in the first minute of the second quarter as Lincoln Keenholz hooks up with Jet Zabel. Zabel over the middle, but then down the near sideline. Got into open space, runs over a man at the 5 and walks in for 6. And Matthias Pribble has the PAT. Pribble now in place of Cole Peterson will kick off. 25-0, the Governors lead. We still got 11:10 to go here in the first half. Pribble, last squib was pretty good. This one picked up at the 30-yard line and on the run, Aberdeen Central. That ball came out, but I think he'll be ruled down. The return man, Brady Munson, a 190-pound senior, back up tight end. Pierce says they have the football, but I think the whistle was in the process of being blown. No, it was not, and the Governors have recovered the football. That was more of an assumption on my part, but Aberdeen Central with their second fumble lost, both on special teams. So Pierre will have it. On the Aberdeen Central 38-yard line, leading 25-0, and a chance to add on some more. Pierre's had the football an awful lot so far here in the first half. Now 3 wide, bunch to the short side of the field. Lewis leaves that pile up. He'll roll to the left. Now Keenholz over the middle. Hansen wide open, touchdown. Matthew Hansen down the middle, grabs it at the 4-yard line. He had a couple of steps on the defense. And the senior scores his first of the night, a 38-yard touchdown pass from Lincoln Keenholz to Matt Hansen. And the Governors add on once again. 5th touchdown pass of the night for Lincoln Keenholz. This one here at the 10:55 mark, but again, Aberdeen Central just unable to hang on to the football. So Pribble will try another PAT. Snap is down. And the kick is good. Matthias Pribble, 2 for 2 on PATs. We'll take another 30-second break. Now the Governors leading 32-0 here in the second quarter. Early, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
or finance.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
If you ranch your
Well, back at Swisher Field, a fumble lost by the Golden Eagles on the kickoff following the last Governor touchdown. Pierre goes over the top right away. One play, 38 yards, and a Matthew Hansen touchdown reception. The 5th touchdown pass thrown by Lincoln Keenholz tonight as he continues to add to his total. Keenholz already well over 200 yards throwing. I've got him at 230 unofficially right now with those 5 scores. So Pribble will kick off again. They continue with the squibs. Aberdeen has it here at the 37-yard line, and then return man is Parker Bauer, rather. And he will fall on it at the 39-yard line. So Aberdeen Central will try it again from their own 39. We've got 10:54 still to go, and the Governors offensively have had quite a night. Of course, we've seen that. The Govs, in fact, scored 61 on Huron 2 weeks ago. They scored 52 against Watertown last week. Did give up 42, but so far, pitching a shutout here. Sam Rolfs will bring a keeper to the left side here as Aberdeen Central now moving right to left. He'll cross the 40-yard line, be taken down at the 42. Emmett Anderson in there, and one of the last to come away from the spot. Emmett getting the start tonight as he's just continued to play well when given the opportunity. Certainly like people getting those chances and taking advantage as well as Anderson, the sophomore, is doing. 10:20 to go. 2nd down and 7. We're in the second. Rolfs wants to throw. Quick fire. Has a man at the line to gain here on the near side. The ball came out, but it was covered up by the Eagles. Pass caught here by Mason Huff. He's a 170-pound senior. And it was near the line to gain, but this will be spotted at the 48. That's a gain of 6. And it'll be 3rd down and 1. First grab for Huff tonight. Aberdeen only lists 2 wide receivers in the starting lineup, but they'll put 3 or 4, maybe 5 at times out there on the field. They've got 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. This will be a pitch out. Carson Sarda, the tailback, will have the first down. He got tripped up in the backfield, maybe by Deacon Huska, but Sarda able to stay on his feet and dive to the 50-yard line. He'll get the first down by a yard with a gain of 2. So the Eagles will have their 3rd first down of the night right here at midfield. They haven't quite gotten into Pierre territory yet. Technically with the nose of the football on the 50. They're not there yet, but just a good play away here as Rolfs surveys. And a false start here on the left side. This is Merksbauer who wanted to get a quick start. He was the only receiver lined up on the left side of the formation here on the near side. Jaden Weeby was there covering, or would have been. But a loss of 5 on the play puts Aberdeen Central back fully into their own side of the field, and their 3rd penalty marked off. Pierre on top, 32-0. Golden Eagles. They put a 20 spot on the board, couple of 3 touchdowns on the board against T-Area a week ago, but turnovers were their bugaboo. And 2 turnovers have cost them dearly tonight so far, both on special teams fumbles. Inside handoff here goes to Sarda. Not much here. In fact, a loss of a yard back to the 44. Pierre's defense gets in there quickly. Sarda's carried 5 times. His best run of the night was negated because of a holding penalty. Only 8 yards on those 5 carries. Not a lot of offense here for the Golden Eagles. 20 yards through the air. Rolfs does have 14 yards on 2 carries himself, so about 20 yards on the ground as well. Rolfs wants to throw. 2nd and 16. Has a man at the 50. Merksbauer breaks through the tackle, then puts a stiff arm up, still on his feet, gets to the Governor 45, down at the 44, and I think we've got a flag thrown at the end of the play. Tough play here, and a good job by Jacob Merksbauer staying on his feet. And we'll check what the foul is about. It's a face mask against the Governors, but not a personal foul. But they will add 5 to the end of the run here, so Merksbauer makes the play. Or are they marking 15? It wasn't indicated as a personal foul, but they did mark 15 yards all the way inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So it's a personal foul for the Governors. That'll be their first penalty marked off. That was an 8-yard gain for Jacob Merksbauer, his first catch of the night. and then plus 15 on the penalty. So 1st and 10 at the 29. Here comes Carson Sarda over his right guard up the far hash mark. Governors are there to cover. Jet Zabel helped up off the bottom of the pile. Zabel playing in place of Gavin Stotts, who is injured. To the 28. This is just a gain of 1 for Sarda. Stotts is out, not playing due to injury. Brock Mosier still out for his second week in a row due to injury. You get those bumps, bites, and bruises, and hopefully nothing serious, but you just want to make sure everybody stays healthy. Here's Merksbauer, first down gain on a catch made inside the 20-yard line. He turns up the far side and is taken down inside the 15. And they'll spot it to the 13-yard line, 15 on a quick hookup from Sam Rolfs to Jacob Merksbauer. Merksbauer is, as mentioned, their leading receiver. Just under 500 yards on the season coming in. 1st and 10 in the red zone here. The Golden Eagles threatening for the first time tonight, trailing 32-0, 6:35 to go, quarter number 2. Rolfs under center, pitches out. Nice move, Sarda looking for the edge, has the 10-yard line, run down by Zabel and company at the 5. And a good start on this sequence for the Golden Eagles, and they'll have it 2nd down and short from the 5-yard line. Next play will be the 9th of this drive for Aberdeen Central, and that's their key to success in this game, as we talked with Coach Svensson about it. Ball control, you've got to sustain drives. They definitely want to keep the ball out of the hands of the Governor offense, and we've seen why. Already 5 touchdowns and several quick strikes tonight. Another pitch out. Sarda will go the other way. He'll be run down. Oh, no, he won't. He gets away from Huska, makes the turn, and dives to the goal line. Touchdown. Huska tried to tackle him up high, but Carson Sarda got through, able to turn the corner, and he dives and gets to the end zone for a 5-yard scoring run, and the Golden Eagles are on the board for the first time. 9-play scoring drive for Aberdeen. To do the kicking is Taden Brownson. He's got a good leg, and the kick is up and good. So Aberdeen Central showing some life here with 5:41 to go, second quarter. New score 32-7. The Governors leading here in Aberdeen. Eagles will kick when we return after a 30-second break. This is Pierre Governor Football.
You've all lost them out there one time or another. I'm talking about rake teeth. Your John Deere dealer Grossenberg Implement knows how important they are this time of year as you're raking those corn stalks together to bale or getting ready for next year's hay crop. So this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering 8% discount on all rake teeth. Fix those worn out teeth on your hay rake now and save. Only at Grossenberg Implement. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. If you ranch or farm,
if you're hunting for a great...
Well, the Golden Eagles with their best possession so far. 9 plays, 61 yards, and the best thing about it for them, 5 minutes and 7 seconds off our second quarter clock. Carson Sarda runs it in from 5 yards out. Taden Brownson with the +1, and it's 32-7. Governor scoring the first 32 points of the night, though. We're driven by the Office of Highway Safety of the state of South Dakota, who says leave sooner, drive slower, live longer. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. And you're listening to Pierre Governor Football and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group. And we're online with live ticket, live streaming as well at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page. I'm Brian Oakland with Caleb Brozick on camera, Heather Williams in studio. Governor student staff doing camera work and spotting for us as well. Thank you very much. Swisher Field. Nice place to play football, but a wide open and sometimes windy place, according to Steve Steele. He admits, not his favorite place to play, but so far so good. The Governors leading 32-7. They'll get a Brownson kick, somewhat short. It'll be taken by Trey Lewis at the 15-yard line. Coming near side, left to right. A penalty flag is thrown, but Lewis with a great return out across the 50-yard line into Aberdeen Central territory. But we've got a flag resting at the Pier 31. And Trey Lewis may have gotten a little extra help in getting sprung on this long return. Block in the back, or no, it's a hold for the Govs. So it'll be marked back from the spot of the foul, and instead of getting the ball just inside Golden Eagle territory, Pierre will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Field position has not been an issue tonight for the Governors, and even if it had been, the way they've been able to run their offense, it probably wouldn't have mattered. Some long touchdown passes. Keenholz to Merkwan for 80 yards. Also another one for 25. Jet Zabel has a 28-yarder. Matt Hansen with a 38-yard touchdown reception. Zabel had the first one from 9 yards out as well. First down, Governors. Plenty of time left in the second quarter. Keenholz will decide to run with this one. Getting out of the pocket, but he'll be ankle tied and tackled up across the 20-yard line. Might get a yard to the 22, and that's about it. Keenholz with 5 keepers tonight now. 34 yards. Governors about 70 yards. Check that, about 50 yards on the ground. 52 to be exact. Yet still unofficial. Keenholz in the pistol. Trey Lewis is with him in the backfield. This is Lewis. Counterplay starting left, coming back to the right. A yard at best again. The Golden Eagle defense maybe starting to figure some things out here. Nothing for Trey this time. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Govs. Ball in the middle of the field. Pierre, customarily, no huddle. They get signals, indications from the sideline. They check the wristbands, and they're ready to go. 3 wide to the far side, left side of the field. Looks like Merkwan down here right side by himself. Keenholz going to go on a quarterback draw. He'll tuck and run, but he'll be run down up across the 25. Brought down at about the 28, and a good play by Casey Vining, the nose tackle. Looked like he snuffed that one out right away, and Keenholz thought he could pick up the yardage without throwing the football. So 6 yards he did pick up, but it is short of a first down, and Pierre on 4th and 3 will punt for the second time. Clock running at 3:45. Left in our first half. Aberdeen Central going to get a chance maybe to put another score on the board. Low line drive kick. And Aberdeen Central will have to let this go. Parker Bauer was ready to take it if it had gotten a Pierre bounce, but it kind of stopped right where it hit. Went straight up. The Eagles will have it at their own 39-yard line. First time the Govs go 3 and out tonight. Aberdeen Central got to feel pretty good right now about their latest sequence of events. Scored a touchdown with 9 plays and 61 yards on their last possession. They hold the Governors to a 3 and out and get the football back, and they're starting on the same spot they started their previous possession when they went for 7. 39-yard line. Now with 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Sam Rolfs will come out under center. Deep man in the formation with a pitch out. Sweep coming left. This is Carson Sarda starting to run a little bit better. Ahead of the 40 to the 45-yard line, brought down by the Governors as Jacob Mayer is in on the stop. Josh Strand out there as well. They'll spot him at the 46 for a gain of 7. Aberdeen Central, some of the offensive production, the points they've been able to put on the board in their games this season, even in their losses, you know they've got offensive capability. But like a lot of teams that have struggled, and they've, again, lost 4 straight, but it's the consistency that they may be looking for. And they've got to hang on to the football, too. Rolfs rolling out, pitches it out there, but it's through the hands of the intended receiver on the far side, which is the Governor's sideline. This is Drew Salfrank, who has a couple of grabs tonight, but couldn't haul this one in. It'll be 3rd and 3. Got Rolfs has thrown the football 13 times. Keenholz has thrown for Pierre 15 times. Salfrank checks out. Mason Huff brings the play in for the Eagles. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass at 2:47 to go here in the second quarter. 32-7. Plenty to talk about when we recap. We'll get that at halftime. Here in the offset eye to the left. Pitch out once again. Sarda has room. 50 into the Pierre side of the field to the 40. 35 tripped up by Jacob Mayer, who may have saved a touchdown. Good gain for Carson Sarda down to the 31-yard line into Pierre territory. That's a pickup of 23 yards. And the longest play from scrimmage on the night for the Golden Eagles. And again, the life continuing. Aberdeen Central certainly has momentum, even though it took them a while here in the first half to get going. Still have a lot of time. 2:18 counting. Sarda gets the inside handoff again. Nice tackle down low at the line of scrimmage. Austin Foley gets up in there. Emmett Anderson was in the area as well. 30-yard line down to the 29. That's just a pickup of 2. Foley saving what could have been a bigger gain, I believe. And I'm assuming that Carson Sarda thought he had a lot more yardage coming. Back out in the eye, just straight away hard-nosed football here, but this is play action. Now Rolfs faced up, he takes a hit, throws it, and we'll have a flag thrown at the 10-yard line. Rolfs was hit after he threw, but there's no flag back in the backfield, but there is a flag in downfield coverage apparently. And I actually missed the call here from Andy Deinert, but I'll have to assume it's pass interference. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty if that is the case. Line of scrimmage was the 29. And the markup going to take them all the way to the 14-yard line. Technically half the distance to the goal, I believe, but the Governors with the major penalty gives Aberdeen Central an opportunity here. Third penalty marked against Pierre now, all of them here in the second quarter. Sarda on the move again, 15, cuts back, has the 10 near sideline, 5, and a touchdown. Carson Sarda cut back against the grain, got by Deegan Huska, and then the Eagles had a wall set up for him. He runs the rest of the way on the near side. 19 yards for the score. And the Golden Eagles have struck for 2 in a row. Sarda's second touchdown run, his first one from 5 yards out. Now 32-13 with 1:30 to go. The kick, PAT, bounds off the left upright, though. It'll be no good on the miss by Taden Brownson. So we'll stay 32-13. This one getting a little more interesting, shy of halftime with 90 seconds to play. Eagles will kick when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
On your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
The Field House in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
Standards, no doubt. 1.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Try to get some more offense on the board. Brownson will kick right to left from the 40. He just takes one step or two and then kicks off. The Govs will muff it, though. Lewis has to pick it up at the 10-yard line. Gets by 1, 2, 3. Now trying to drag a couple more tacklers. He does out to the 25-yard line. Pretty good effort by Trey Lewis after dropping the kickoff at the 5-yard line. So here come the Govs. 75 yards to go to try to get something down here before halftime. And I think for Pierre right now, as Aberdeen Central will get the ball to start the second half. Pierre started this game on offense. I think Pierre right now just trying to get some momentum back. Minute 23 left. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Govs will send 2 wide both ways, left and right. Snap from Coverdale, taken by Keenholz. He'll throw over the middle, and Jaden Wiebe had it, but he's looking upfield. You can see him turn his helmet and head as that one dropped at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Lincoln Keenholz got him at 12 out of 16 unofficially here for 230 yards and 5 touchdowns in the first half. But Pierre again is the team right now trying to search for a little take back in the momentum department. Still 4 wide. Keenholz will tuck and run in the quarterback draw. Keeper out to the near side. He'll cross the 30, run it out at the 31, it looks like. Good yardage picked up. Short of a first down, though. And it does stop the clock. Pierre does have all 3 of their first half timeouts still at their disposal. 6 for Keenholz. 3rd down and 4 here for the Governors with 1:13 left. And the one thing you really don't want to do is give the ball back to the Golden Eagles here if you don't pick up this first down. Keenholz looking to throw. Throws long. Merkwan has a step. He's got it at the 40 to the 30 of Aberdeen Central. And he'll be grabbed and taken down just shy of the 25-yard line. Big play for the Govs as they are in business again. They'll spot it at the Aberdeen 27-yard line. 42 yards on that hookup from Keenholz to Merkwan. Jack with a $171 on 6 catches now, including an 80-yard touchdown and another one from 25. Into the final minute, Keenholz steps up, throws near side, and the pass is caught and feet inbounds. Merkwan inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Golden Eagles don't think he's inbounds, but it looked like a pretty good play from up here. Not a lot of room to work, but Merkwan smart with the feet. Govs pick up 20. They're into the red zone. In fact, inside the 10. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line with 46 seconds to go, and still all 3 timeouts. Quick fire here. Merkwan is the intended receiver, but Keenholz overshoots him, and the pass will fall incomplete. So 2nd down with the clock stopping at 43 seconds left. 2-minute drill. In fact, this drive started at the Pierre 25 with 90 seconds to go. That 42-yard hookup, Keenholz to Merkwan, followed by another 20-yarder. Has Pierre in business again. Now 3 wide to the far side left. Cade Kaiser, the single wide out to the right side. Man in motion, though, is Jaden Wiebe. Keenholz with the snap, throws over the middle, sidearms it, and Aberdeen Central about picked it off. Parker Bauer got in there. I think he had it, but then he collided with another defender, also in coverage. I believe was number 20, Max Lieberman, 160-pound junior. So back-to-back incompletions here for Keenholz. And Pierre is going to take a timeout to try to talk about some things. In fact, it's Aberdeen Central with a defensive timeout. 39 seconds to play, a Coca-Cola break in the action. Let's take 30 with them, and we'll be back. See if the Governors can finish off this first half in style. They lead 32-13 in Aberdeen on River 92.7.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Well, they say go Govs and go Buffs. Governors leading 32-0. Buffalo's at home against Dupree have a 42-0 lead at halftime. Also on KPLO, Chamberlain having their struggles down at Lennox tonight. They trail 38-0 there at the half. Here we're 39 seconds shy of halftime. Pierre's looking for more output, but Aberdeen Central out of the timeout trying to set maybe a blitz up on 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. But they get 2 defenders crossing the neutral zone, and it'll be encroachment called against the Eagles. That's going to help the Governor cause. Half the distance to the goal will set it up at about the 3.5. Call it a 3-yard penalty. Keenholz in the pistol. Still going to keep it himself. He turns the corner to his left, and he rumbles up the middle of the field. Touchdown. The Governors, it doesn't matter how much time you give them, they've got an opportunity to run things in. This one from 3 yards out with 35 seconds left. And after Aberdeen Central scored 13 unanswered, Pierre will tack on a touchdown of their own to close out the first half. Keenholz with his first rushing score, this one from 3 yards out, to go along with 5 passing touchdowns. Matthias Pribble contributes another. He gets the PAT, and it's 39-13 Govs. Let's pause for 30. They'll kick off one more time. We'll close out the first half. When we return, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
Left to go, Aberdeen Central. I would imagine we'll still try to get something going here. The Golden Eagles had the momentum with back-to-back touchdowns, but here they'll get a return up across the 30-yard line and stood up at about the 33. Cole Arts, I believe, was the return man this time. So the Eagles will have it one final time here in the first half. In fact, they'll give him the 35. And with 29 seconds to go, of course, they have the arm with Sam Rolfs. He's displayed a huge arm and the ability to throw the football, but on most occasions, more often than not, the passes have not fallen into the hands of Aberdeen receivers. 5 out of 13 for Rolfs. Here's a quick fire out far side, taken by Drew Salfrank at the 20-yard line. The Governors sagging off a little bit defensively. This will be an 11-yard pickup, and the Eagles will move the chains out to the 46. Clock stops with 23 seconds left. Aberdeen Central has used 2 timeouts here in the first half. Salfrank catches his 3rd pass of the night. So the Eagles still with only 1 timeout to use. Salfrank will come to the near side now. Ball's on the far hash mark as the Eagles in black and gold and blue moving from right to left. Rolfs, low snap. This one will get away, but he is able to pick it up on a hop. Now in the middle of the field, he'll survey. Runs far side up to the 40. Unloads, has his man. It's Vogely at the 25-yard line. Touchdown, Aberdeen Central. Far side, Vogely dragging the last Governor defender for the last 5 yards, and the Golden Eagles take a broken play and turn it into a touchdown. 54 yards. The snap was low. It got by Rolfs, but like Lincoln Keenholz has been able to do a couple of times, he's gotten a fortunate bounce. Keenholz has made some plays off of broken plays. Now Sam Rolfs makes a play with Alec Vogele, the tight end. Brownson kicks the PAT. It's up and good. And Aberdeen Central, they've still got some life. New score 39-20 as they'll kick after a 30-second break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Is all a 54-yard touchdown pass from Sam Rolfs, turning a broken play into a connection with his tight end Alec Vogele, who was wide open down at about the 20 or the 15-yard line, dragged a Pierre defender for 5 or 10 yards to the goal line. Now Brownson kicks off to the far side. This one taken on a couple of hops. Lewis out there crosses the 20, far side to the 30, and up around the 35. Well, he'll run out of bounds. The Governors have 3 seconds left. And you know the Governor offense certainly capable of a big play here. Keenholz has the arm. He's got the receivers. Governors just need to try to set something up. It'll be first down at the 34-yard line for the Govs. So don't go to halftime just yet. Keenholz will be in an empty backfield, 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Pump fakes, and then he tries to unload it to Merkwan, and 3.2 seconds have ticked away, and that's how our first half will come to an end. A good first half for the Governors, but Aberdeen Central with a little bit of life to close it out. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, our score, the Governors 39, Aberdeen Central 20. We'll take it to half. The scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Halftime coming up comes to us courtesy of Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg.
Everyone says they want to change the world. But not everyone will. We are not everyone.
expect more. You expect more. When you expect more. Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. When the time comes for you to consider the purchase of a memorial, be it ahead of time for yourself or for a loved one who has passed, I am here to help. I have 27 memorials on display in my office. We can design the memorial together when you visit. My reputation has been built on integrity, trust, and caring service to families. I am located across from Hardware Hank on Main Street. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family at Capital City Monuments.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win. More often, our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Have all of your painting supplies at the Paint Store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services. Have all of your...
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Whether you're looking to refinance or finance new auto loan, Hawaii Federal Credit Union has some of the lowest rates in town. Rates as low as 2.55% APR. You have no reason not to check us out. It's easy. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Hawaii Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
Whether you're looking to
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
If you ranch or farm, you've all lost them out there one time or another. I'm talking about rake teeth. Your John Deere dealer Grossenberg Implement knows how important they are this time of year as you're raking those corn stalks together to bale or getting ready for next year's hay crop. So this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering 8% discount on all rake teeth. Fix those worn out teeth on your hay rake now and save. Only at Grossenberg Implement. Locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. If you ranch or farm,
if you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
The Field House in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on LiveTicket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Huron playing at 11 AAA O'Gorman, but the Knights win that one in a shutout, 46-0. Among the big schools, Sioux Falls Roosevelt has defeated Lincoln tonight, 49-21. Roosevelt comes here to Aberdeen to close out the season on Thursday. Harrisburg has defeated Sioux Falls Jefferson 42-24 as they stay undefeated. And Washington having no trouble out in Rapid City against Stevens. It's 42-6. And in Brandon, I was thinking this was a doubleheader, but Brandon Valley hosting Rapid City Central, and they lead in the third quarter, 33-6 among the big schools. Chamberlain trailing at Lennox in 11A, 38-0. That's on KPLO-FM, and not much to talk about area teams in 11B, but We'll maybe look at some more scores there coming up a little bit later on. 9-man games, Lyman, Mercy rules Jones County tonight, 54-0. Big game between two unbeatens, 9A Howard over 9AA Hanson, 26-0 here in the southeastern part of the state. Parkston leading Woolsey Wessington 39-20, same scores we have here. Kadoka area leading White River 28-14 there in the third quarter. And other 9-man games actually this afternoon. Platte Geddes defeated Kimball White Lake 20-7. On KPLO, Ipswich having their way with North Central tonight. Potter County defeated Sully Buttes 50-0 this afternoon. That game was on KGFX AM. And that's about all we've got time for here among area teams and scores of what's going on here on this football Friday night. Let's go to the second half. Comtech opening kick from Matthias Pribble and the Governors, who lead 39-20. Put in play, taken by Avery Lagon. And he'll go up the far side across the 35, close to the 40, and Aberdeen Central will start on offense here in the third quarter. And the big question will be, can the Golden Eagles keep this momentum going, or will it be the Governor defense maybe figuring some things out, trying to, or able to maybe get some stops once again? Just getting started on this cool night here in Aberdeen. Once again, other games well into the third quarter, maybe pushing to the fourth quarter and 7 o'clock kickoffs, but a lot of passing in this game, and there have been a lot of scores to stop the play as well. Governor defense strikes first as the pitch out to Carson Sardo, which was working in the second quarter for the Golden Eagles. Doesn't quite work this time. Hayden Espy, Joshua Strand, it looked like, getting in there as well, and a 5-yard loss for Aberdeen Central on their first play of the second half. Sarda, though, showing the ability. He's got some good running capability. But a 5-yard loss to start here. It'll be second down and 15. Golden Eagles moving north to south, left to right. Rolfs flushed out. Strand couldn't get him. Now Rolfs gets away, gets another block, but not this time. Down all the way back to the 25-yard line. Jaden Floor, I think, was the final one to get to him. 4 Governors got there and flushed out Sam Rolfs. He's able to get away most times, but not this one. That's a loss of 10 on a quarterback sack. And it'll be third and a Brown County mile here for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. 3rd and 25, in fact, on the opening possession of the second half. Brian Oakland play-by-play. Caleb Brozick on camera with live tickets. Strand giving chase again, and the pass is overthrown out to the left side. Out at about the 33-yard line. Would have been well short of a first down. Governors were there to defend. Jaden Wiebe, as per usual, doing a good job. The pass intended for Alec Vogely, who caught the touchdown before halftime, but a 3-and-out for the Golden Eagles to start our second half of play. Time to kick here. And again, the punter, Dawson Hayline, and it's taken on a fair catch by Wiebe at the Pierre 45-yard line. So a good start defensively for the Governors. See if the offense can come back and get going where they left off. We'll correct the starting location. It'll be the Pierre 44-yard line. 10:21 to go. We're in the third quarter, rather. Governors got off to a hot start. Golden Eagles, though, with a good finish in that first half. Keeping it respectable so far. 39-20. Trey Lewis in motion left to right. They'll fake the jet sweep. Keenholz wants to throw right away. Over the middle. Has his man. Cade Kaiser in the Aberdeen side of the field to the 45, 40. In fact, down near the 30-yard line. Giving chase and tackling Cole Arts for Aberdeen. Nice pass. Boy, just a beautifully thrown ball. And a perfect receive by Cade Kaiser. The Governors have it to the Golden Eagle 32, and just like that, they start with a 24-yard hookup. Keenholz now with that completion over 300 yards on the night. On his 22nd attempt of the night. Now throws again, has a man over the middle again. And this is Matthew Hansen inside the 25, down to the 21. That'll pick up 11, and back-to-back first downs here for the Governors through the air. Hansen's third catch of the night. So just like that, the Governors on the doorstep of the red zone. Trey Lewis behind Keenholz in the pistol. He'll leave the backfield. Keenholz over the middle again. This one through the hands outstretched of Jet Zabel. Incomplete over the middle. Ashton Lendling in coverage. The defensive backfield here. First incompletion for Keenholz in 3 tries in the second half. 14 of 21 in the first half. 16 of 24 overall now. 328 yards, 5 touchdowns. Once again, I started Lincoln Keenholz on my fantasy team, and I'm doing quite well. Keenholz from the near side has to get away, though. Scrambles back to the 20, near side, near the edge, inside the 15-yard line. This might be a first down around the 11. As Lincoln Keenholz keeps things alive, they'll spot it at the 11, and no indication of a first down yet. Now across the way, the chain gang will move. That's a 10-yard pickup for Keenholz. First and 10 from the 11. 9:28 to go. Third quarter, 39-20 Governors looking for more to start our third quarter. Play action, roll out. Here goes Keenholz. He'll have to reverse direction. Now throwing to the corner the other way. Touchdown. To the near side, this is Cade Kaiser with his first grab of the night, 11 yards out. Keenholz with his 6th touchdown pass of the night. This one coming from 11 yards out. And the Governors score on their first possession of the second half. Six touchdowns for Keenholz. He had 8 touchdown passes for a school record against Huron on homecoming night 2 weeks ago. He got a false start here on the PAT attempt by the Governors, so they'll have to be backed up. And Pribble will have to try one from 25 yards out instead of 20. It's a 5-play scoring drive for the Governors to start, 56 yards. It's only a minute and 1 second off the clock. On that drive, Pribble kick. This one will be just a little bit wide to the right. The Governors will settle for 6. This time, Pribble 3 out of 4 in PATs. New score, 45-20. Governors lead, and they'll kick after a 30-second timeout. We're coming back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities. At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
2 receiving touchdowns. The Governors' offense in full display again. This game actually is on Mid-Continent TV, so a lot of people getting to see this on TV in addition to what we're already providing for them as well with our live ticket coverage too. Pribble will squib a kick, but this one goes far side and it'll roll out of bounds, so Aberdeen Central will, or should, get decent field position. Instead of back at the 20-yard line where it went out of bounds, they'll have it at the 35. Golden Eagles 3 and out on their first possession of the second half after scoring on 3 straight possessions to close out the first half. As they'll try to come out on their second attempt to get some offense going here. Now trailing by 25, 45-20. Governors with that first possession certainly getting momentum back to their advantage. Sam Rolfs is in the gun. Hands off on the inside, Carson Sarda, and he will barrel forward to the 40-yard line. Actually, they'll spot him at the 39. That'll be a gain of 4 on the first attempt this time. Sarda is a workhorse, 14 carries so far. Now 2nd and 6 set up. Left to right here again, north to south. What wind there is, looks like it's actually going west to east, straight across the middle of the field here. Instead of northwest to southeast. Another misdirection. Sarda breaks off, gets away from first contact. He stays on his feet, crosses the 45 to the 46. This will be a first down for the Golden Eagles. Gain of 7 this time for Carson Sarda. And a movement of the chains for Aberdeen Central. Sarda's a big one, hard to bring down. He goes at 195. Still just a junior. I don't think he's the fastest guy out there. In fact, we're pretty certain that Sam Rolfs is the fastest guy out there. But Sarda, once he's in the open field, and again, with the upper body strength that he showed, pretty tough to bring down. Rolfs straight back, sidearm delivery. And the pass is caught. I actually thought something got away from the receiver here, but it is caught by Vogely right at the 50-yard line. He'll spin forward to the 49 and into Governor territory. It's only a 5-yard gain, but it's positive yardage for Aberdeen Central nonetheless. And 2nd down and 5 from right in the middle of the field. Our vantage point, we're set up between the 40 and 45 of the Pierce side. So looking slightly back to our left here to the middle of the field. 7:25 to go. We're in the third quarter. Here come the Govs from both sides, but Rolfs delivers the pass, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. And this is Vogely again. Vogely caught the 54-yarder just before halftime. He's got 2 in a row. This one goes for 9 yards, and that'll be an Eagle first down. Pierre brought 2 outside pass rushers on the blitz that time, but Rolf's able to deliver quickly. So now in the far hash mark, the Eagles are right out in front of us here. Moving left to right. This will be Sarda on the give. Slips through an ankle tackle, lowers his shoulders inside the 35 to about the 34 before being met up and brought down by the Governor D. Look like maybe Floor in there and on the stop. Another one for Jaden. That's 6, though, for Carson Sarda. Rolfs had a slow start. Sarda did too, but now Carson Sarda, 16 carries and 85 yards unofficially. 6:40 to go as the Eagles choose some time here on their second possession of the second half. Keenholz, he's short-opted. He comes up with the football here. This sidearm delivery of Rolfs got through his intended receiver, Drew Salfrank. Keenholz in coverage. As Salfrank was sliding down, Lincoln was as well, and Keenholz came up with a football, but it was a short hop receive, and the pass is ruled incomplete. Lincoln Keenholz has actually caught some balls that a lot of people maybe assumed were not so over the course of this season at times on the defensive side of the football. Eagles will spread it out. This is an offset eye. Unbalanced to the right, and it's a pitch out. Sarda gets away with a shirt tail tackle attempt, but the Governors get Deegan Huska to close the gap, and Sarda, his path to the first down blocked at the 31-yard line. That's a yard shy. It'll be 4th down and 1 after a 3-yard pickup. Huska, junior wrestler for the Governors. He made a good wrestling play that time. Big play for the Golden Eagles. They've got a good drive going. 6 minutes to play. third quarter. But this is the kind of drive they need. They need a sustained drive. Something to keep the ball out of the Governors' hands, but they have to convert on 4th and 1. Wishbone in the backfield. This will be a pitch. Sarda met at the 30-yard line, but he got another half a yard, and this will be a first down for the Golden Eagles. Governor defense played that about as well as you could, but they're just about a half a yard late. First down and a big pickup here for Carson Sarda. We'll just give him a yard, but that's the one he needed. And the drive continues. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Fans standing and sitting in the cold, probably thankful that Aberdeen's moving some clock here. Offset eye right again. Sarda straight up the middle with more room inside the 25, and he lowers the boom on the Governor defense down to the 22. That's a good gain there, 8 yards this time, and Sarda continues to approach 100 yards. Second and a long 2. The Eagles run a play and a half to 2 plays, and they're taking a minute off each time. This drive started at the 9:20 mark. Now 4.5 minutes later, it still goes. Here comes Sarda again inside the 20, protecting the football. Taken down finally here by Joshua Rydberg in there on defense, but not until he reaches the 16. That is a 6-yard pickup and a first down, Aberdeen Central. That run puts him over 100 yards. I've got him at $1:03. Into the red zone go the Eagles. In the I formation, single wideouts both sides. Rolfs under center. Stick with the hot hand. Sarda, he'll be stood up, though.
Transportation headquarters in central South Dakota with a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WegnerAuto.com. Experience the Wegner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wegner Auto Company in Pierre.
Back in Aberdeen, apparently must have been experiencing some technical difficulties. I heard a commercial, didn't want to do that. But meanwhile, Aberdeen Central on the move as they have worked their way inside the 20-yard line. But a rollout for Sam Rolfs after a loss of a yard on first down to Carson Sarda. Then an incomplete pass here thrown by Sam Rolfs looking for a receiver in the end zone. And now it'll be third down and 11. If you've missed anything here, is if we were away, 12 plays on this drive right now that started back at the Golden Eagle 35-yard line. They're at the Governor's 17, but have it third and 11. They've done most of it with Rolfs under center and Carson Sarda running. Now Rolfs needs to throw. Good block in the backfield. Rolfs can run. 15 to the 10. Far side has the 5 and a touchdown. Sam Rolfs does what Sam Rolfs does. He gets into open space and he runs right past everybody. This time on the 13th play of the possession, a 17-yard touchdown run. As Rolfs is into the end zone for the first time tonight. Then the Golden Eagles respond with a touchdown of their own after the Governors started the second half with the first score since halftime. Taden Brownson, the kicker, squeezes one inside the left upright. PAT is good, and we've got a 45-27 ball game with 3:31 to play in the third quarter. More points still to come, we're quite certain. A 30-second break, and we're back for the Aberdeen kick. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Puts in the PAT, and Aberdeen Central back within 18 at 45-27. It was a 39-20 halftime score in favor of the Governors, who scored the first 32 points of the game tonight. Now 45-27. Gov set to receive the Brownson kick, but he onsides it. Aberdeen Central trying to catch him off guard. Loose ball at the 40-yard line of the Governors. Aberdeen Central thinks they have it. They'll sort it out. Aberdeen Central's got people that continue to celebrate, but no indication from anybody in stripes yet, and there it is. The surprise onside. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I just didn't say it, but I was kind of thinking, watch out for the onside kick. Aberdeen Central with a big special teams play. And as that ball was bouncing straight up the middle of the field, there seemed to be, well, as the Governors were trying to get to it, one of the Golden Eagles beat him to the punch. Somebody ended up straight up in the air, and that ball, I think, was just resting right on the ground at the 40-yard line of the Governors. Aberdeen gets in there and covers it up with 3:27 to go. This one getting more interesting. First down, Rolfs. Got to get away from Chase Sarda. He does. Rolling near side. Got to unload now. Looking for a receiver back at the 40-yard line, the line of scrimmage. And Deegan Huska there in coverage. This is the fullback. Austin Erickson, the intended receiver. But again, Rolfs getting away from the Governors. Pierre has really tried to get to Rolfs quickly to make him make quick decisions, and he, for the most part, has been able to do just that. Turning into another fun ball game, just like the one we had in Pierre a week ago. It had 94 points on the board so far. Here we've got 72 on the board. 45-27 Governors with 3:25 to go. Second down and 10, Golden Eagles. Sarda coming quickly again. Now outside, Dre Burnt giving chase. Rolfs gets away from him. And then he'll be met by a defensive back out near the sideline, inside the 40-yard line, out of bounds, marked at the 39. Only a 1-yard gain. But again, Rolfs saving what could have been a big loss. So it's 3rd and 9. Governor defense here after Aberdeen recovers the onside kick. Standing their ground so far. Drew Salfrank will bring the play in. By the way, we're driven by the Office of Highway Safety of the state of South Dakota, reminding us to be safe, drive smart, slow the drive, and stay alive. The Office of Highway Safety. This is Pierre Governor Football and your official voice to the Governors. River 92.7, DRGnews.com. They stay on the ground on 3rd and 9. Trying to catch the Governors off guard again. Doing a good job in cover up here. Keenholz and company will bring him down at the 35. Just outside the 35. A gain of 4 for Carson Sarda. Now a big 4th and 5 coming up for the Golden Eagles. 45-27 our score. Aberdeen Central will go for it as the clock reaches 2:45 left in the third. River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre, member of DRG Media Group. River 92.7 page of DRGnews.com, where we are live streaming with the help of Live Ticket. Pass out to the far side. Good coverage, but Vogeli has it, and he needs one more block down the far side. And we are going to have roughness called on the tackle. Lincoln Keenholz out there. Vogeli runs right into him, and Keenholz just grabs him and threw him down, and then, he gets a flag thrown for that. It's only going to be a half the distance penalty, but another great play through the air. This again coming on 4th and 5 as Rolfs delivers to Alec Vogeli. Vogeli caught it on a fairly short pattern, but he got a big block on the far sideline. Sprung all the way down to the 10, and then penalty probably will put him down to the 5. In fact, to the 6-yard line, so we'll call it to the 12 at the end of the play. Penalty for half the distance to the 6, and it's a first down. A 23-yard gain from Rolfs to Vogeli. Into the red zone go the Golden Eagles again. Rolfs is under center, offside eye to the right, and the Governors will cover this one up quick. Sarda goes nowhere. Jaden Floor in on another stop here for the Govs. Maybe a loss of a yard back to the 7. Talk about the workhorse, as we mentioned. Carson Sarda, 23 carries on the night. Aberdeen Central doing a real nice job of using the run to set up the pass. Big play, 23 yards plus a penalty. It has them second down and goal. Now at the 7-yard line. Loaded backfield, pitch to Sarda. Has it, cuts back, and the Governors will swarm him again. A yard, maybe 2, up to the 5-yard line, according to the near side official. And that's where they'll spot it. Now 3rd and goal from the 5. And keep in mind, Sarda does a lot of the dirty work, but you still have the fastest guy on the field, who is the one taking snaps, Sam Rolfs. They'll load up the backfield again, kind of that old Oklahoma wishbone. Rolling out is Rolfs. He throws behind his intended receiver, though. Looking for Avery Lagan on the near side. Lagan slid down but had to reach back and try to haul that pass in. So now stuck at the 5-yard line. The Golden Eagles trailing by 18 points. It's a 3-possession score either way. We've got 1:01 to go 3rd quarter. Still plenty of time. It really wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for Aberdeen if they kicked a field goal here, but they'll stay in that wishbone offense. Play action. Rolfs back, floats one up, and it is caught by Vogeli. Touchdown! Rolfs floated that one perfectly over 2, maybe 3 Governor defenders, and Vogeli was just a little further back in the end zone. Hauls it in for a 5-yard score, and Aberdeen Central inching closer and closer once again. Vogeli's 2nd touchdown of the night, his 4th grab since halftime. And the kick will come from Brownson. No, they're going to go for 2. Now 45-33. Eagles trying to cut it to a 10-point game. Really doesn't matter if it's 10 or 11 at this point, but 12 is still a 2-possession or a 2-touchdown game. Rolfs, bootleg right to the pylon. He's in for 2. Sam Rolfs. I think he won the state 200-meter dash last year. He beat Deegan Huska to the pylon. Tacks on 2 after an onside kick. Back-to-back touchdowns. And 15 unanswered here for the Golden Eagles. New score, it's Pierre 45, Aberdeen Central 35. We'll take a 30-second break with 55 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. When the time comes for you to consider the purchase of a memorial, be it ahead of time for yourself or for a loved one who has passed, I am here to help. I have 27 memorials on display in my office. We can design the memorial together when you visit. My reputation has been built on integrity, trust, and caring service to families. I am located across from Hardware Hank on Main Street. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family at Capital City Monuments.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Now back within 10 at 45-35 with 55 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Taden Brownson ready to kick off once again. And he'll kick it away. Inside the 10, taken by Trey Lewis. He'll go right side, up across the 20, 25, far side of the field, has the 30, and then out of bounds he'll go, and the Governors will take over on offense for the first time in a while since the 9:26 mark, or the 9:20 mark of the third quarter. You think about it, a 5-minute and 49-second drive, and then 2:32 was this last one following the onside kick. The Governor offense has been off the field for quite some time. Here we'll start here at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Keenholz with a keeper straight up the middle of the field. Now Pierre may want to run some clock as we go through the final minute of the third quarter. Keenholz up across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Should be a pickup of 5 and 2nd down and 5. Lincoln's 10th keeper of the night. About 64 yards. Has the only rushing touchdown for Pierre this evening. Lincoln has thrown 6 touchdown passes as well. He had 5 touchdowns last week in the win over Watertown. Empty backfield, Lincoln by himself. Keeps it, dives to the 40-yard line. Good cover up here by the Golden Eagles. And it looks like 53, Chandler Gardner getting in there on the stop. That's the final play of the third quarter, though. 3-yard pickup for Lincoln Keenholz, and at the end of 3, we do have a ball game. It's the Pierre Governors 45, the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles 35. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Really been pushed back quite a bit here. Aberdeen Central figured some things out along the way. And since it was 32-0, the Governors have been outscored 35-13. A little hard to believe when you look at it in that sense. Here we'll get ready to go to the fourth quarter. Brian Oakland with play-by-play, and this game is far from over. We've got another delay. I think we've got media timeouts. I mentioned earlier this game is being shown on Mid-Continent TV in addition to what we've got for you with our live video streaming as well. Give us a chance to remind you about Governor football and being sponsored in part by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including our friends with Live Ticket, covering the camera work and everything. Overhead Door Company, Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, and Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota. Also, Pierre Sports marketing sponsors. So here we go, the fourth quarter. The Governors have it on their own 40-yard line. It is 3rd and 2 after a couple of Lincoln Keenholz keepers. Lincoln has an empty backfield, 3 wide left, 1 to the right, as the Governors will travel from left to right here in this fourth quarter of play. Shotgun snap, a good one. Keenholz still keeping it. He'll run into the scrum, trying to back his way. The Governors trying to push, but Keenholz will only get a half a yard, and Aberdeen fans are fired up. The defense making the stand. He only got a foot on that one, did Keenholz. And Pierre has a decision to make. 4th down and 2. And they'll trust their defense. Swapping personnel. Keenholz, keep in mind, is still the punter. Pep band still doing their thing. Standing inside the 25 is the return man, Colin Huff for the Golden Eagles. Keenholz kicks it. It's high but fairly short. It'll bounce in the middle of the field or between the numbers and the near hash mark and come to rest at the Golden Eagle 28-yard line. So a 3-and-out for the Govs. And again, well, about a 32-yard punt here for Keenholz. So Aberdeen Central with all the momentum in the world looking to try to continue the roll that they're on with 11:01 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Still a two-possession game, but a 10-point game at that, 45-35. And again, the Golden Eagles, for the most part, when things have been going well, they have been chewing time off the clock. A better job of moving the chains, sustaining drives, using the running game, but they have found and tried to pick their spots and found some opportunities. They'll try to do it with their quarterback, Sam Rolfs, near side, 10, or I should say to the 35 to the 40, and the Governors are going to tack on 15. Austin Foley picking himself up off of that Golden Eagle bench, and he was about 5 yards wide of the sideline. Rolfs is going to be spotted at the 45 after a first, or I should say the 41 it looks like, after picking up 13 yards, and they'll add on 15 from there. That's the fourth major penalty for the Governors tonight. The last one was marked half the distance to the goal, but this penalty puts it into Pierre territory at the 44-yard line. Governors always playing aggressively. 13 and a big one there for Rolfs. Another running play here, though, and nowhere to go for Carson Sarda. Good job by Jet Zabel. Jaden Floor. Floor having a good defensive second half especially. Back to the 48 goes Sarda. That's a loss of 4. Good time for that if you're the Govs. Sarda hit 100, advanced a few, gets pushed back a few, still at 103 after 25 carries tonight. That's the kind of night he's been having. Drew Salfrank will go far right. Jacob Merksbauer, favorite receiver of Sam Rolfs, to the left. 2nd and 10, Rolfs gets a keeper. Far side, met at the 50-yard line. The Governors with a great open field tackle. Well done, Deegan Huska. Forward progress to the 49 of the Governors, but that is a loss of a yard for the quarterback, Sam Rolfs. And it is 3rd and 15 here for Aberdeen Central. 9:45, clock counting down. Pierre on top, 45-35, trying to win their 7th straight, but just like Watertown last week, it's not easy. Twins in the backfield along with Rolfs out of the shotgun, looking to throw. They'll set up a screen pass. Kind of a weird throw in the delivery, but right there to cover it up. Pass is caught, but Sarda goes nowhere, and it's Austin Foley sniffing that one out and getting up. Sarda is limping as well, but Rolfs almost looked like he pushed that like a basketball pass rather than throwing it. And where the ball was caught happened to be the line of scrimmage, so a gain of nothing, and now 4th and 15, and Aberdeen really faced with a decision here. Sarda's first catch of the night, but now on 4th and 15. Play of the game with 8:45 to go, and we'll have whistles and a timeout. This will be taken by the Golden Eagles on 4th and 15. You would think everybody needs to be on the same page here if you're Aberdeen Central. Let's take a 60-second Coca-Cola timeout. The Governors leading by 10 in the 4th. You're listening to Governor Football.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Well, back in Aberdeen Central still electing not to punt here with 8:41 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 45-35, but it's 4th and 15. The Eagles have converted on 4th down a few times. A rollout for Sam Rolfs. Here comes Jet Zabel. Rolfs reverses back to the near side. The Governors are there to cover him up again, but Rolfs gets away again. That time from Dre Burt. Now Rolfs unloads. Sarda had it, but is not able to bring it down. My goodness, a long time for an incomplete pass. It looked like Sarda started to release back on the far side of the field, but the pass just not quite there. In 4th and 15, the Governors had Rolfs backed up 10 yards plus a couple of times. Couldn't get him, but they get bailed out with the incomplete pass, and Pierre will take over on downs. Amazing what Sam Rolfs is capable of doing in extending plays. But it didn't work out. Now the Governors will have it at the 49-yard line, just on their side of the 50. Keenholz wants to throw, but he is being chased out of the pocket. Tries to dump it off to Zabel, but the pass falls incomplete over on the far side. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Governors have run the football fairly effectively tonight. They started out looking real nice with Trey Lewis and a 16-yard gain, but they've kind of abandoned the running game with the tailback. Most of the rushing has been keepers with Keenholz. But Aberdeen Central has figured out that, seemingly figured out the running game. Governors will stay with the air. Keenholz floats over the top. Hansen has it at the 20. This will be a Governor touchdown. Keenholz rolling left, throwing against the grain. Hansen catches it in stride. 49. Let's make that 51 yards. Governors score. And the Aberdeen momentum put on hold for the time being. With 8:11 to play, now 51-35. Keenholz has been doing this for a while. Rolfs is able to throw. We talk about the comparison here. Rolfs throwing the football just has not been able to get the completions on plays like that. What we just saw from Lincoln Keenholz, Pribble will put the PAT through. That's a big one. It's a 3-possession game now. The Governors leading 52-35. 8:11 to go, still in the fourth quarter. The Eagles will get a kick when we return. In 30 seconds, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
Matthias Pribble tacks on the PAT. Pribble will kick with a 51-35 lead. Staying with the Squibs, this one comes to rest at the 18-yard line, picked up by Cole Arts as he'll come up the near side around the numbers across the 25, finally brought down at the 29-yard line. So it'll be Aberdeen Central football, but the Golden Eagles, who really gave the Governors fits, scoring 2 touchdowns and keeping the ball for about 9 minutes in that third quarter, with an onside kick in between. Have their work cut out for them once again. Starting at their own 30-yard line, we've got 8:03 to play in this one. Other scores in 11AA. T area has defeated Spearfish 45-12. Brookings knocks off Yankton 35-20. Rolfs to the air on first down, coming back to get it, but unable to haul it in is Jacob Merksbauer at the 35. That'll be incomplete. Mitchell defeats Watertown as well, 27-13. That one was tied 13-13. That Watertown team that we saw last week and all that offense, apparently Mitchell figured some things out tonight. Mitchell ends about a 5-game losing streak with that win. That's their second win of the season. 2nd and 10 here in Aberdeen. Golden Eagles with it at the 30-yard line. Rolfs with a quick throw. Near side, Sal Frank turns the corner. And forced out of bounds by Jack Merkwan, who's out there in defense. This will be about a 9-yard pickup to the 39. 3rd down and 1 coming up. And if you're the Governors now, you can play back just a little bit. Allow the underneath stuff as long as you make good tackles, but don't give up the big play. That was a Steve Steele key to success in this one. 52-35 our score. 2 wide right, 1 to the near side left, and now over the middle. Boy, sidearm fire. And the pass is caught. Forward progress stopped at the 45-yard line. That's Alec Vogely having himself a big game. Movement to the chains here. Pickup of 6 for Aberdeen Central. Rolfs faked with a pump fake to the left side. And then he just flung it. A lot like Patrick Mahomes. I have a hunch that this guy plays shortstop for an Aberdeen Smitty's baseball team. Here's an inside handoff. Sarda tripped up at the 50-yard line, but still on his feet. Now we'll have a flag thrown in behind the play, and Sarda finally, with a lot of help from his lineman, pushed all the way to the Pier 40-yard line. But we'll check what the call is going to be here on the flag. Somebody once said it's yellow on green. It's mustard on lettuce with the flag on the field. And this one against the Governors. As I was looking at the official with the ball, didn't actually see what it was. Maybe a face mask of some kind, but this will be a 5-yard addition to the end of the run, which was good enough in itself. To the Pier 40-yard line, 15 yards for Carson Sarda. Plus 5 on the penalty for the Governors, which is their 8th of the night. And the Eagles have it at the Governor 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Rolfs wants to throw near side. Sal Frank had space, but the pass overthrown, but there is a flag resting at the 19-yard line. Right on the number 2 of the 20-yard line indicator, and we'll see what happened here. It's Merkwan in coverage. And Merkwan looks a little bit frustrated. So we've got defensive holding. That'll go against Merkwan. And that'll be a 1st down. Automatic. The advance to the 25. In fact, that's a 10-yard penalty. In the NFL, that's 5 yards and an automatic 1st down, but in high school football, it's holding and it's 10 yards. So to the 25. Here comes Sarda again. Grabbed, spins, stays on his feet, and he's got a 1st down inside the 15-yard line. It's colder out. It may be a little more difficult to tackle, but the Governors having a tough time bringing this Aberdeen Central tailback down to the ground, all the way to the 12-yard line. That's a pickup of 13 yards. A couple of penalties helping out, but again, back-to-back first downs for the Eagles. Now with 6.5 minutes to play. Still a 3-possession ball game, but Aberdeen Central starting to impress. Sam Rolfs takes the shotgun snap. Cuts back after rolling left. Inside the 10-yard line, run down by Joshua Strand from behind. Down to about the 6 and a pickup of 6. And again, the Golden Eagles, who have lost 4 straight, Coach Scott Svensson said turnovers have killed them. They did lose the football twice in the first half. Governors turned both turnovers into touchdowns. But the Eagles have held on to the football for the entire second half every time they've had the football. Now Sarda on the pitch out, trying to win the race to the pylon, but he'll be run down at the 5. Is that Chase Sarda tackling Carson Sarda here? Maybe a gain of a yard to the 5. And again, the Governors making stops here. And even if Aberdeen Central scores, I think right now Pierre would be fine with that, all things considered, because the clock continues to run. Eagles are in the huddle. Play clock is down to 10 seconds now. Wideouts both sides, ball on the far hash mark. Rolfs has the pistol snap. He fires quickly to the goal line, and the pass is caught for a touchdown. It's Vogely again. The Governors were there with good coverage, but Vogely on the low throw hauls it in. The celebration is short-lived. Aberdeen Central. Oh, we've got illegal formation. Didn't see the flag, so it's not a touchdown. That would explain the short celebration. So Vogely with another nice grab, but wiped this one away. They're marking off back to the 10-yard line. So the Governors fortunate there, and still give the Governor defense credit. It looked like they had pretty good coverage, but Sam Rolfs just threaded the needle that time. 3 eligibles to the left side, 1 to the far right. This is 3rd and 8 from the 10. Rolfs rolling left. This one knocked down by the Governors. Looking for Vogely at the left side pylon, but somebody up front, maybe Sarda again, Chase, might have been able to knock that one down. It falls incomplete. And it's 4th down and 8 for Aberdeen Central from the 10-yard line. 27th pass attempt of the night for Sam Rolfs. I've got him at 159 yards, 4:51 on the clock. This drive started at the 8:03 mark. So again, now 3 minutes plus. Knocked off the clock here. Now just under 5 minutes to go. Another big play of the game for Aberdeen Central. 4th and 8 from the 10. Rolfs throws left side over the middle, and it's Merksbauer had it, but right through his hands. And that's a touchdown that the Golden Eagles probably should have had. The Governors dodge the bullet, and they'll turn it over on downs. Will Aberdeen Central. Incomplete pass. Pierre will have it. Bad field position, but still with a 17-point lead. 4:46 to play. It's 52-35. So Keenholz and company will come out with it, still left to right. And we'll see what the Governors try to do to choose some clock here. Lewis is in the backfield. He'll get the handoff and a pretty good surge straight up the gut on the far hash mark from the 10 up to the 15. That's halfway home on this sequence for the Govs. 2nd and 5 coming up. That's Trey Lewis's first carry since, well, it's been a while. Let's just put it that way. 2nd and 5 here at the 15. Clock down to 4:15. Play clock has 15 to go. Keenholz is going to wait patiently. kind of think Aberdeen might use their timeouts right about now, but not at this juncture here. Play clock to 3. Keenholz takes it. He'll turn around and pitch back to Lewis. Trey gets hit. He'll fall forward and, well, actually fall ahead, but backward to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 1, and the clock is still on the move. 3:45 left. Still a 17-point lead. This is the only 11 AA game going on in the Central Time Zone still here on this Friday evening here at Swisher Field. 3rd and 4. Keenholz will play action, roll out, looking for Merkwan. This pass is picked off. Cole Arts had the position in front of Jack Merkwan. Merkwan a little frustrated, maybe that he didn't get back there to try to make a play, but Cole Arts had it played perfectly. Out to the 48-yard line, the first turnover by the Governors. And this one keeps Aberdeen Central's hopes alive. The takeaway will give them the football at the Pierre 48-yard line. 3:18 to go, still 3 possessions down to the Golden Eagles. 52-35. Governor defense have to stand their ground again. Rolfs will get one quickly to Mertzbauer as he tries to get around the cornerback, but Jaden Weeby does a good job bringing him down. They'll move the chains inside the 40 to the 38, a pickup of 10. Mertzbauer with his 4th catch of the night. 3 minutes to go. Now a snap that gets away. Rolfs picks it up inside the 50-yard line, and Joshua Strand will get him down. A bad snap here for the Golden Eagles and a sack of the quarterback all the way back to the Aberdeen 45-yard line. That is a loss of 17 yards. So Strand with his quickness, who's kind of been hounding Sam Rolfs in the backfield for a good chunk of this night, even though Rolfs has been able to get away, but not this time. Big play for the Governor defense, and it's still curious, Aberdeen Central not stopping the clock with timeouts or anything like that, offensively or defensively. Down to 2:20 left. Rolfs floats one out to Vogely, far side. He will not run out of bounds. Instead, he is tackled by Deegan Huska. Back into the Pierce side of the 50. It'll be at the 45. That's a pickup of 10. But if you're Vogely, you got to get out of bounds on that play. You're right there at the sideline. Clock still runs. We're under 2 minutes to play, and Aberdeen Central, in a sense, maybe they've conceded this ball game, even though they still want to make a play. 3rd down, and let's call it 17 now. Line to gain would be the Governor 28. It's resting at the 45 now. 2 wide both sides. Carson Sarda in the backfield still. Rolfs looking to throw. Pump fake. Now unloads. Takes a hit. This is a floater. The Governors with position, but it'll be knocked down. Jacob Mayer close to an interception. But the receiver this time doing a good job in breaking up the would-be interception. And it'll be 4th and 17. Rolfs took a hit from 2 Governors, I think, as soon as he threw that football. So now the clock stops with the incomplete pass. We've got 1:21 to go. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout taken by Aberdeen Central. Coca-Cola timeout, 52-35. Governors look to be in pretty good shape after all of this right now. We'll take a quick 30-second break from Coca-Cola Bottling, and we're back. As you listen to Pierre Governor Football on River 92.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Could have saved some time by getting some plays to go out of bounds and the like. Things like that. But here it comes on 4th and 17. As Sam Rolfs will come out of the gun. Carson Sarda still with him. Josh Strand comes out to cover Drew Salfrank. That's a disguise. Rolfs wants to throw. He's throwing long. 3 receivers down there with 4 Governors in coverage. The pass is tipped. And the Governors have it here. Somebody's come down with it, and it's Lincoln Keenholz. If my eyes aren't deceiving me, is that Keenholz or is that Mayer? That is Jacob Mayer coming down with a tipped pass, the interception. And that'll pretty much do it here with 1:08 to play. Turnover number 3. Somebody tipped the ball up in there, and Mayer came down with it. So even though Aberdeen Central's got 1 timeout to use, they can sit on the ball here. Although oddly enough, from their own 5-yard line, Keenholz only takes snaps out of the pistol, so he'll have to come forward. In fact, they'll hand it off to Trey Lewis here. Trey will give him some breathing room up to the 10-yard line and maybe to the 11. And Pierre can snap it one more time after that 6-yard gain. The Governors will win their 7th in a row. They'll improve to 7-1. Aberdeen, as well as they played tonight, will drop their 5th straight. They'll fall to 3-5. The Golden Eagles have Sioux Falls Roosevelt here to close out the season, the regular season on Thursday against an 11 AAA power. Now Keenholz will sit on it at the 6 after that snap. And that'll do it. No more snaps of the football needed. The Governors welcome the Brookings Bobcats to Hollister Field next Thursday night to close out our regular season as well. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, though, another fun one. Another nail-biter at times for the Governors, just like last week in the win over Watertown. But here it's Pierre 52 and Aberdeen Central 35. The scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their keep full plan and a budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long. On a cool night here in Aberdeen, Gales Gas Service in Pierre. The Governors win it, as we'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back for our Family Dental postgame show. Family Dental offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all of their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable, and to have the healthiest and best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all of your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients too. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all of your family's dental needs.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Beck Motor Company is kicking off fall with up to $200 tire rebates along with 4 free oil changes. Enjoy $40 off a full detail on your vehicle. Nothing is missed with this hand wash and wax, carpets and seat shampoo and more. Take $15 off a light detail, starting as low as $75. Call us at 224-5912. Visit us online at beck-motors.com. Happy fall.
Every day, make it a great
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Well, back in Aberdeen, another fun ball game, another interesting ball game in some regards, but the Governors still able to trust their offense enough, I believe, to outlast another gritty, gutty opponent. You find out when you're the Pierre Governors. Obviously, it's been this way for several years now, but teams are going to come out and try to give you their best effort. We saw that from Watertown last week. Watertown, in fact, turns around and ends up losing to Mitchell tonight, which is an odd turn of events. Now the Golden Eagles, who come in losers of 4 straight, they come back out. And after the Governors built a 32-0 lead, this was Aberdeen's ball game. You think about it in that sense. Aberdeen outscored Pierre 35-20 from the, let's say, the 5:41 mark of the second quarter. So the second half of the second quarter and most of the second half belonged to Aberdeen Central in this game. And the Governors had some hard times stopping the Golden Eagles, but sometimes, whereas the Governors have that quick strike ability, Aberdeen does too, but just not as frequently, and you don't see it as often. Aberdeen Central's key to success had to be coming in, sustained drives, keep the ball, the chains moving, and keep the ball out of the hands of that Governor offense. They did a very good job of that in the last 2.5 quarters, but at times when I think in that fourth quarter, when that type of offense continued for the Golden Eagles, time started to run short on them just the same. And when the Governors got a big defensive stop, about midway through that fourth quarter, Pierre was able to go down and get a long touchdown pass once again, and that's the one that kind of sealed the deal for the Governors, who win at 52-35. Pierre in that 32-0 start got touchdown passes, 5 of them from Lincoln Keenholz. Peyton Zabel caught one from 9 yards out. Jack Merkwan, the big one, the second score of the night from 80 yards out. Merkwan caught the third one as well from 25 yards out, that following a muff of a punt by the Golden Eagles. Then Keenholz to Zabel from 28 yards out, and another one to Matthew Hansen from 38 yards out. That one coming just over a minute into the second quarter. The Governors looked like they were making kind of a whitewashing of this one as they led 32-0. But then the Golden Eagles get their first score, sustaining a drive, a 5-minute drive. They get a Carson Sarda 5-yard run to make it 32-7. And then the Governors, after a 3-and-out, see the Golden Eagles come back with 5 more plays from 61 yards and a 19-yard run from Sarda. The kick failed off of the upright this time, and it was 32-13. Then Keenholz in the 2-minute drill finishes a drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. That came with 35 seconds left, but the Golden Eagles were not to be denied. They got a 2-play scoring drive, a 54-yard touchdown with something from nothing for the quarterback, and Sam Rolfs hit Alec Vogley from 54 yards out to make it 39-20. That's where we were at halftime. The Golden Eagles, with the first possession of the second half, go 3-and-out. And the Governors look good on their first try since halftime. 5 plays, 56 yards in just a minute and a second. Lincoln Keenholz hooks up with Cade Kaiser from 11 yards out, but the PAT failed. That made it 45-20 with 9:20 left. And here's where it gets interesting. Aberdeen Central goes then on a 13-play, 65-yard drive, taking 5:49 off the clock. They get a Sam Rolfs 17-yard scramble touchdown run. Taden Brownson makes it with a PAT, makes it 45-27. That at the 3:31 mark of the third quarter. Then a surprise onside kick that Aberdeen Central recovers, and then they go 9 more plays. Let's make that 8 plays in 40 yards in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Rolfs hitting Vogelai from 5 yards out, and then he runs in the 2-point conversion, does Rolfs, and that makes it a 10-point game. So from 9:20 in the third to 55 seconds left in the third, Aberdeen Central, their offense held that ball the entire time. with that onside kick recovery in the middle of that, and they score 15 unanswered points. So suddenly 45-20 becomes 45-35. Then the Govs have to go 3 and out on their next possession that takes us into the fourth quarter. But then after the Golden Eagles get a first down pickup, they'll turn it over on downs at the 49-yard line. Pierre from there pass gets a Lincoln Keenholz touchdown pass to Matthew Hansen from 51 yards out, throwing against his body. Hansen catches it in stride, and Matthias Pribble, who's doing the kicking tonight, tacks on the PAT to make it 52-35. Pribble doing a nice job going 4 for 5. Aberdeen Central then, with 8:03 to go, goes 9 plays all the way down to the 5-yard line of the Governors. A penalty pushed them back to the 10, but they couldn't punch it in. The drive stalls on downs, and again, 4 minutes plus, 3.5 minutes taken off the clock that kind of hurt the Golden Eagles' chances, even though Lincoln Keenholz came out, ended up throwing an interception on the third play of the next drive. The Eagles had one more drive. They pick up a couple of first downs, but a Jacob Mayer interception seals the deal at the 5-yard line with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. 2 plays later, the Governors able to get on the bus and go home with their 7th victory in a row. 52-35, the final in this one. Take a look at the stats in this one. Lincoln Keenholz with another huge night throwing the football, unofficially 18 of 28 on the game, 389 total yards passing with 6 touchdowns, and just another big night. Sacked twice in the first half for losses of 9 yards to 380 yards net passing. Receiving wides, though, it's Jack Merkwan, 7 catches, 191 with 2 long touchdowns of 80 and 25 yards. Matthew Hansen comes up big in the second half. Actually, a big touchdown in the first half, another one in the second half. He'll have 115 yards on 4 grabs, touchdowns from 38 and 51 yards out. Jet Zabel next in, let's go, Cade Kaiser, 3 catches for 45 yards and an 11-yard touchdown in the second half. Jet Zabel gets 3 catches for 41 yards, touchdowns of 9 and 28 yards in the first half, and Trey Lewis 1 catch for 3 yards in this one. So 380 net passing. Keenholz will rush for 62 yards on 13 carries, get a 3-yard touchdown in there. Trey Lewis with 30 yards on 7 carries, 90 yards on the grounds for the Governors. In fact, that would be 92, and a total of 472 yards for the Governors in this one. More stats coming up, but Coach Steve Steele has made his way up to the press box here at Swisher Field, and felt like last week, as it turned out, Coach. You had the hot start, 32-0, and it looked like this was going to be another night, kind of like the offensive juggernaut you put out there on homecoming night in that Huron game. But Aberdeen Central, it just kind of took them a while to figure some things out. And I mean, this is a classic example of a team maybe making adjustments, and if there's a way to beat the Pierre Governors, it seemed like they may have figured something out here. How'd that seem?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to them. I mean, they did a great job. You know, I think a lot of teams, it's a tough thing to go down like that, and to get your kids to battle back. You know, I mean, it's a tough thing, and they did a great job doing that. You know, their quarterback, you know, like we talked all week. I mean, you know, he's such a lethal player, and you know, he made some plays that you can't really count on anyone making. You know, it's really hard to practice and prepare for that, just because that speed really changes your angle. You know, our guys are aiming where they need to aim, and instead of aiming where they needed to aim, they're aiming where a normal person would be running.
Right.
And then they end up being, you know, a step behind, and it's an arm tackle, and he ends up getting through. So, you know, like I said, they did a great job. You know, they showed a lot of fight and determination. I'm just proud of our guys for being able to hold on tonight.
Yeah, not only Rolfs, but also their running back, Carson Sarda. I mean, he was a tough guy to bring down, too. Is it a little tougher to tackle, I guess, in that sense, when it's colder out than what you've been used to playing in?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. You know, it's definitely, it was the first night that really felt like fall. You know, it was a gorgeous night. You know, the sun goes down, the wind just died, and it was a beautiful night for football. But yeah, that definitely probably had a part in it. You know, and I said it was a really tough game for us. Just, you know, again, we talked about the survivor slide puzzle of people having to move all over the place. I mean, Jet Zabel had to step in at Mike, and he did an outstanding job, I thought. Emmett Anderson's playing defensive line. I mean, we had times with 5 sophomores on the field on defense. So, I mean, that's a pretty neat thing to be able to persevere through that, having to play so many young guys. And, and the hard part about the young guys is they're not very big young guys in some cases.
And another thing about, you said the word persevere, and I think one reason you have to persevere is because you have to fight through what becomes frustration when you're not able to make plays, and Aberdeen just keeps coming at you. And this is a team. You've got a team and a group of guys that hasn't been too frustrated on a football field over the last year, the last 5 years. I mean, what's that like for them to have to respond to that feeling of frustration on the field?
Yeah, it's a challenge, I mean, and it's we're dealing with high school kids here, So I mean, it's just, and some of that is natural, where good things go good, everyone's up high, and bad things happen, and you go down, and it's just natural. But going into halftime, they had that crazy play at the half to score with whatever 8 or 9 seconds left, and everyone's a little down in the locker room, like, guys, we're still winning the game. I mean, we're still up 3 possessions. We've got a lot of football left. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to be frustrated. It's a bad play. We had a lot more good than bad, and ultimately that's what we wanted. That was our real message to the kids was, guys, we've had a lot more good than bad this half, and that's all we need. The second half is a lot more good than bad.
A lot of great offensive plays again. I think that's one thing that you still always have, no matter what's happening on defense, no matter what the other team has figured out, you can still trust your offense, and another great showing from Lincoln Keenholz tonight.
Yeah, and the guys that I think really stepped up on offense today. I mean, Christian Bush had gotten hurt there. It was the second quarter? I can't remember. We were going that way. First quarter. So end of the first quarter. And, Matthew Coverdale has to slide over and snap the football. And Jay Sharon comes in off the bench and finishes the game. And, that's offensive line is such a position where you need that chemistry and that camaraderie with the people next to you. And having to do that in the middle of the game is tough. And they did that, and they still gave Lincoln time to throw the football. And, Lincoln is, as we always know, if he has time and he's comfortable, he's going to put the ball on the money, and boy, did he. But a lot of that credit has to go to those 2 guys for adjusting, and Coach Nye and Coach Gilbertson doing a wonderful job coaching those guys up during the week of understanding, hey, you're always one play away, and Jay Sharon stepped in there and had a heck of a game for us.
There's a TV audience in this one tonight. They certainly got some good entertainment and I think a good product from both teams on the field. But still, just still a fun ball game. And I guess if you like points, this is the game for you.
Yeah,
last week and tonight.
Hopefully, Midco had a Big 12 time slot, not a Big 10 time slot, or we might have went over.
So, all right, next week, big one. You close out the regular season against Brookings, and that'll be a hungry team coming in, looking, trying to get back at you. But Brookings with a win over Yankton tonight, and another team where, from what I'm hearing about Brookings, if they do what Aberdeen does and sustain drives and control that clock, that's going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good football game, and I said if there's one thing that I think that's a little different from Brookings versus the last couple teams is I think they don't have that super dynamic one player. I think Watertown had that receiver. Sam Rolfe's here tonight. Brookings is truly a full team. They're a very, very good team. I don't know if that's better or worse, I guess, but they're a complete team, and it's going to be a heck of a football game, and it's for the ESD championship. So all the chips are on the line for the regular season.
There you go. And you're probably going to be, you don't have to really necessarily look at where you're going to be in the postseason. You pretty much have a home game now, whether you win or lose that game. So there's really nothing to be looking ahead at. You only have that one team to focus on.
Yep, it'll be a lot of fun. Just kind of like when you watch college, their last game before the bowl season starts is that conference championship, and wouldn't you know, that's how the schedule shook out this year for us.
Even though first round of the postseason, it might be this team, Aberdeen, that could be the team that you see. So, Coach, thanks for more gray hair, and we'll see you again on Thursday, all right?
Sounds good.
Another win for the Governors. Steve Steele, the head coach, a 52-35 win tonight over the Golden Eagles. We've got plenty to talk about still. Still in the middle of statistics, I guess we could continue that in our Family Dental postgame. Mentioned 472 total for the Governors, 12 first downs. They did get penalized 9 times for total mark-offs of 84 yards against them. They had the 1 interception late in the game, their only turnover on the night. For Aberdeen Central, as they'll roll up 181 yards of offense on the ground, and just workmanlike, but workhorse-like for Carson Sarda, as he'll run it 28 times for 131 yards. 2 touchdowns from 5 and 19 yards out. Sam Rolfs has 50 yards on 7 carries, a 17-yard touchdown scramble as well. So 181 on the ground for Aberdeen. Sam Rolfs through the air. Threw the ball a lot, 32 times. He'll complete 16 for 179 yards, 1 score, 2 scores actually to Alec Vogeley, 54 yards at the end of the first half, and the 5-yarder as well, but he threw a crucial pick in the end of that ball game as well. Receiving wise for Aberdeen Central, Vogeley, 7 catches unofficially with, I believe, I got to do quick math now, and that's the problem here, 112 yards for Vogeley. Jacob Merksbauer, 4 catches for 42 yards. Drew Salfrank, 3 catches all in the first half for 25 yards. Mason Huff had a 6-yarder. Carson Sarda caught a screen pass for no gain as well. Five penalties for the Golden Eagles, 35 yards marked against, and first downs in that second half. The Golden Eagles were able to pick up quite a number of those, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 in the second half, and I've got them with more first downs than the Govs, 18 for Aberdeen compared to just 12, but of course the Governors with a few more big plays, that is the difference, and 3 total turnovers for Aberdeen Central, and the first 2 turned into scores. The third turnover is the one that sealed the deal. The Governors were able to run the football out and run the clock out as well. 52-35, your final scores. The Governors improved to 7-1 on the season. The Eagles fall to 3-5. Upcoming action still to come, and we've got orders of business to take care of. Our big plays of the game will be next. It's brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre, and that's after this 30-second timeout. This is Governor Football.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Ryan Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of the game, and boy, there were a lot of them. In that first half, the Governors are rolling up a 32-0 lead with 5 unanswered touchdowns, and that coming pretty much in the first 13 minutes and 5 seconds of this game. You had an 80-yard touchdown from Keenholz to Merkwan, the new longest play from scrimmage for the Governors this season. Just beautiful throws from Keenholz, great receiving efforts from Merkwan, from Jet Zabel, who ran over another defender on his way to the end zone. Matthew Hansen had that 38-yarder. But let's keep in mind here, the Governors surrendering those 2 touchdowns in a row in that second half to Aberdeen, who ran about 9 minutes of clock in 2 touchdowns with that onside kick in the middle. Suddenly 45-20 becomes 45-35. Then the Governors, even though they had a 3-and-out in there, they hold Aberdeen Central on downs. They take over the 41-yard line, and I think the nail in the coffin really comes at the 8:11 mark of the fourth quarter when Lincoln Keenholz rose to his left, throws against his body, but long pattern in stride. Matthew Hansen grabs it and runs the last 20 yards in for a 51-yard touchdown. And then the PAT from Matthias Pribble, who makes it a 3-possession game with 8 minutes left, 52-35. I think that last touchdown is good as anything for our big play of the game. That is brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Big plays all over the place, though, especially when the Pierre Governors are involved. But Aberdeen Central with some big plays, too. Give them a lot of credit for sticking with this one, even though they were way down way early. We've got a big decision to make. It's our next order of business, which is the player of this football contest, and the player of the game brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Let's take 30 seconds, and we'll see if we've got a name for you when we come back with more of our Governor Postgame.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Heading to the campground, hunting the fields, fishing the waters, Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious food. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffee, regular and breakfast pizzas, Federal Bird stamps, convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Well, player of the game, and we could run down a lot of them here. Of course, Sam Rolfe's a big game. Carson Sarda, big games for Aberdeen Central in the losing cause for the Governors. We've got a lot of people who already have player of the game shirts, but of course Lincoln Keenholz with another huge fantasy effort today, 389 yards, 6 touchdowns passing, another one receiving. Jack Merkwon with 2 long touchdowns and 191 yards. Matthew Hansen, big game tonight, 4 catches, 51 yards, had the big one, 115 rather, the 2 big touchdowns. That kid just continues to make plays as well in that passing game. But Coach Steve Steele mentioned something about people coming in and being the next man up. And Emmett Anderson was one guy, and Jace Sharon, Matthew Coverdale doing some things as well. We are going to go with this is a hard decision. We're going to go with Matthew Coverdale, who comes in and kind of changes things around. Matthew's been doing a lot of good things on an offensive line that against most teams is a little bit smaller than what other teams will put up on that defensive side. Matthew Coverdale as a representative of a good effort on the offensive line tonight. Also pat on the back to Jace Sharon, who came in relief when Christian Bush came out due to injury. Those guys are some of the big keys to the puzzle that give the Governors another victory, even though it wasn't easy tonight. 52-35 is the final, but Matthew Coverdale will be tonight's player of the game. He'll get a T-shirt noting his accomplishments and in the name of Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and of course River 92.7 Sports. The Governors win it tonight, 52-35, thanks to a lot of people who could have been our Cowboy Country Store player of the game. So we look ahead, and Aberdeen Central, as mentioned, finishes their regular season with Sioux Falls Roosevelt here at Swisher Field next Thursday night. The Governors will host the Brookings Bobcats. Of course, Brookings got that win in the regular season a year ago, but the last 2 state 11 AA championships have been won over Brookings, of course, by the Pierre Governors. Should be a fun way to close out the regular season. 6:25 pregame next Thursday, a 7 o'clock kickoff, that back at Hollister Field in Phil Troutner Stadium. Thursday night, our next football broadcast. We've got a couple more volleyball broadcasts coming up next weekend. Governors with a 3-set win at Yankton last night are now 13-3. They host Huron Tuesday night. They host Douglas on Friday. And the seasons are done except for the state meets for competitive cheer and dance, which will be at Brandon Valley next Saturday, and the state cross-country meet as well at Sioux Falls, also next Saturday. So keep those in mind. But 4 home games, by the way, for Governor Volleyball starting Tuesday at home against Huron. That'll be Dig Pink night, so come out and show your support for breast cancer awareness, your awareness for breast cancer in our communities, as well as you wear pink when the Governors host the Huron Tigers. We'll be on the air 6:30 Tuesday night here on River 92.7. One final look at the scores in Class 11 AA with the Governors and their win over Aberdeen Central. O'Gorman in AAA defeated Huron out of AA 46-0 tonight. Spearfish defeating, let's make that T area, over Spearfish 45-12. And big surprise tonight, in my opinion, Mitchell defeating Watertown. This one in Watertown, 27-13. Brookings knocks off Yankton 35-20, and still going. Belle Fourche out west leading Douglas early in the fourth quarter, 20-13, and Sturgis in the first quarter had a 7-0 lead on St. Thomas More. The 11 AAA scores: Roosevelt over Lincoln 49-21. Mentioned Roosevelt comes to Aberdeen next week. Harrisburg beats Jefferson tonight 42-24. And Sioux Falls, Washington, no trouble out in Rapid City. They beat Stevens 45-0, and Brandon Valley defeating Rapid City Central 40-20. Central with 20 points, a bit of a surprise there, but Brandon Valley very much in control. Lennox knocks off Chamberlain tonight on KPLO 38-0 in 11A. And in 11B, Mobridge Pollock lost yesterday to Aberdeen Roncalli 6-0. A Mount Vernon Plankinton win over Woonsocket Weston and Springs Sanborn Central. a bit of a yawner, but a lot of good defense in that one. And Miller, Highmore, Herald, and Winter among teams whose regular seasons have come to an end. Stanley County with a Mercy Rule win in 9AA tonight. They beat Dupree on KGFX 50-0. Kadoka area in a high-scoring game over White River, 64-36. Gregory beats Bonham 42-12. And other 9-man results. We mentioned Potter County over Sully Buttes this afternoon, 50-0. Jones County, or I should say Lyman over Jones County, 54-0 tonight. Wall finishes an undefeated regular season. They beat New Underwood 42-8. And again, more 9-man football. Platte Geddes with a win this afternoon over Kimball White Lake, 20-7. And just looking for more, Harriet Selby also Mercy ruling Phillip 56-0. That'll pretty much do it with the scores featuring Central South Dakota teams. So here again, 52-35. And on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds us to buckle up because seatbelts save lives, make sure you're doing that when you go to and from high school sporting events or any other time as well. It's South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. I want to thank Heather Williams for running the show in studio, for Caleb Brozick and Live Ticket with our live video stream tonight. I'm Brian Oakland saying once again your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Governors over Aberdeen Central, 52-35. Next coverage coming up Tuesday night from Riggs High Gym, Governor Volleyball against Huron. Governor Football next Thursday, keep in mind, as they host the Brookings Bobcats to close out the regular season. Have a safe hunt this weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.